And welcome back to Plus One EXP's Roll for Content channel. My name is Tony Vicinda. I'm Chief Alchemist here at Plus One EXP, which is a weird little brand that wants to help amazing designers find great players who love their games and amazing players find great designers whose games they can love. Did I do that right? Who knows? I did it. We're here. It's Wednesday morning, and we are finishing up the third part of our three-part series into Duginthroat Divided, exploring a crazy keep in an amazing dungeon on your doorstep. But let's have the creator of the game tell you a little bit more about it. Daniel, for folks who haven't been able to join us already, why don't you tell us a little bit about who you are, what you do, and a little bit more about Duginthroat Divided?
Sure thing. Welcome back to Duginthroat. I'm Daniel Harila Carlsen. I'm a Norwegian illustrator and sometimes adventure writer, and this is my biggest endeavor yet. Duginthroat Divided is it's a dungeon on your doorstep for old school essentials and other traditional adventure games. It features more than 100 keyed locations divided between 16 very dense areas, and as well as procedures and modular supplements that can be used as is or Frankenstein for your own campaign. We have just went to Kickstarter and gone live yesterday. It's already going good, but to help us hit our base goal within the first 48 hours, make sure to back early. There's also some original art pieces that I've scratched aggressively with nib pens into paper that can be grabbed if you're early enough. It's intended for characters level 1 to 4 and features a whole bunch of homages to genre classics such as Howard Philip Lovecraft's Dreamlands mythology, the lesser known, at least internationally, Astrid Lindgren's Rania, and a whole bunch of other stuff in there. If you catch an Easter egg, if you get to read the adventure, then let me know. That's about it, I guess. Awesome. That's right.
And we've almost explored the whole thing just 3 sessions in.
We're doing great.
We're doing great. Awesome. Let's re-meet our players. Just a reminder, we're gonna skip our safety conversation because we've already had it. This is our third session of it. We usually have a safety conversation right here at the top. We're gonna go into play, but just as a reminder to everybody that our lines, Veils, the X and the O card are all on the table, as well as our open door policy for players. If you need to get up, don't forget to take care of yourself. With that said, Ivy, why don't you tell us a little bit about you and your character and maybe one of your favorite moments in play so far?
Hi, I'm Ivy. I do TTRPG writing and editing. I've been most well known for working on the Book of Gob, but I also do editing work for other projects. I'm playing Marta Green. She's a grizzled human fighter with an eye patch that's fought in the war.
The war. Awesome. Do you have a favorite moment from play so far?
So far, I think was Tensors floating disking across a pit while drinking various alcohols to stay safe from strange crows.
Love it. Excellent. Adam, same things. Tell people a little about who you are, your character, and if you have a favorite moment.
My name's Adam Zeitz. I am probably best well known for being one of the 2 writers on One Night Strahd, which was a D&D thing that came out a couple years ago and people really liked, apparently. I am playing Thrilius, the magic user, caster of that Tensors floating disk. I mean, legally not Tensors floating disk.
Legally distinct Tensors floating disk.
Yeah, it's from that other guy,
Renset.
We can call it Metzger's floating disk.
Metzger's floating disk. Thrilius is I've described as somewhere around an Amish wizard, very like
Mm.
big Amish beard, big floppy wizard hat, but does definitely kind of look like a farmhand one way or the other. My favorite moment so far, I think, has just been Tony's character constantly being robbed by a young woman, just a young thief who is apparently tied to some of the main people in the plot, and just constantly robbed. He's chill with it, but like it just keeps happening.
Yeah, it does. Yeah, I'm playing Raggedy Thrag, called Raggedy Thrag the Knife Master now, just because of some fun shenanigans I got up to the first night. There's been a lot of good stuff in play from everybody. I do think my favorite moment that'll highlight the writing was sitting down in the confessional booth and falling through time, and maybe if depending on how causality works in this universe, potentially getting a really rich payday at some point soon. But I don't know. I don't know how causality works in this world. But anytime you're in the past, try to get people to give you money in the future. That should be just a good thing to stick in your brain for later that you can learn from games. Yeah, so we've had a blast. We were just talking right beforehand about what we had been up to, and we were at the top of the church in the middle of the thing. I'll get the map of the keep up so people can see it. But Daniel, anything else you want to talk about before we just hand things over to you and have you take us into play?
Yeah, I just wanted to highlight the fact that if you manage to survive, I don't remember the exact EXP count for each one of you, but if you make it to level 2, just gonna display a procedure or a mechanic from the adventure, which is actually like already classic BX stuff to all the dungeon heads out there. Is the celebration mechanic, which is basically a sped up due to the impending doom that you are yet unaware of. Level advancement mechanic that is player facing. That means that when you have brought back enough treasure from the inner keep to advance, you can spend a watch of 4 hours to have a celebration to effectively level up. Now that sounds pretty typical per se, but the thing is that instead of getting, well, in BX you would get a title, which would usually be like setting specific and based on your class, which still applies here. However, due to the limited locale of the adventure, I mean, it's dense, it's rich, but it's pretty much everything happens within a keep. So the players can represent like the voice of the keep itself and grant you a title that they can decide on their own based on your both your class and your recent overcomings and in the inner keep. So let's say if you slipped in a puddle, you could be Marfa the puddle slipper, for example. That was a bad example.
That harkens back to the classic joke that I will not repeat on stream for a number of reasons, but it is I built those houses. Do they call me Martha the house builder? No, they don't. And if you know the rest of that joke, then you know where it's going. And if you don't, then that was worthless. Good job, Tony.
Yeah, I will say, we have done a very bad job of collecting experience points. We have played this very much like modern gamers of like, let's explore the story and not let's like rip everything off of every wall and cash it in.
I don't want to cast blame around, but I will say all the gold that's been accrued for experience points, I have accrued. And I'm just going to go ahead and say that. Not to point blame in any direction, just to make sure it avoids landing on me. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, take it up with the Delvers Union, guys. But however, I will say that, like, well, at least most of the games I run, which I see as a privilege, are seldom very very quick paced, nor are the adventures that I write. And being well informed when taking actions is not something that is given freely, even though it should be generous from my side. So the adventure is designed to take like a session at least before you kind of get to the dungeon. It's a lot of game here. So yeah.
And you can have that lot of game if you go to ttrpg.link/Duginthroat, right below Adam Seats' wonderful visit.
Yeah, help us reach our base goals. We can start unlocking those sweet stretch goals.
All right.
I will say I do have friends IRL. End of sentence. No, I have friends IRL who have been excited to like think about playing Old School Essentials or something, and I'm like, well, do I have something for you?
Yeah, I will say that it's even designed to bring players smoothly in, not by hand holding, but by presenting the paths of least resistance, to kind of learning the procedures of dungeon crawling and gradually taking themselves water above their heads before they drown in pink goo and grow tentacles.
As you do. All right.
But yeah, I guess we're about ready to jump back in. So I made a reaction roll when you threw the fire last time, and because the way I pictured it was that you opened the hatch, kind of like threw up the improvised contraption, brought down or snagged down the piglet, and hoped for the best.
Right? That was yeah. I mean, the emphasis was on smoke over fire, I think we established, and we dismantled the door, stabbed our way through a giant crone, and then threw it up and snatched the piglet.
I mean, it's lying down. It was lying down there on the bottom of the staircase, like the ugliest Thanksgiving dinner you have ever seen. It was a strange occurrence for sure, but luckily, even though gigantuous of size, or at least humanoid, the vile, bald-headed, feathered things took flight quickly after the fires erupted. You heard their caws and their insults from beyond the outer walls of Duginthroat throughout the rest of the night. Brother Harmfart have already, in his wine stupor, made excited and giddy plans for getting for ringing in the next congregation, which he is most certain that will happen on Sunday. Parsnip is confused but glad to be rescued. It's a black, small piglet, not much bigger than a large yam, and she is surprisingly unharmed. You were all allowed to spend the night in the lonely chapel on the remaining pews that were not used as furniture for the rest of the keep. You can see that many of them had been taken or repurposed when you entered previously. I assume none of you are staying up and keeping watch or something. I mean, if a drunken monk could stay safe by himself for 3 days, then surely capable adventurers like you.
That could happen.
That seems like an interesting assumption. I will say two things. One, is there fog in the chapel? Like, is the fog okay?
There's even like wet, weird, visceral
love that
puddles of stuff.
How high up is the top of the chapel? The crow's nest. Is there fog up that?
That's above
the fog level. Cool, great, wonderful. Do I recall correctly that there is a plague doctor mask in the
vestry?
In the vestry, yeah. I'm gonna go get that since no one else has claimed it. Who knows how helpful it is or is not, but I'm gonna get it.
Brother Harmfart was excitedly told you of the duties in the infirmary that he sadly cannot tend to due to his holy service to the sun and the gods, which must come first, especially in trying times like this. And if you wish to take the mask, he expects you to tend to the patients at some point.
Happy to tell him I will do that.
The mist sick, as he calls them.
Excellent. The choir loft, is it above or below, or the organ loft, is it above or below the fog line?
It's right on the edge, kind of like it's not high under the ceiling there, so it will be considered within.
Okay. I'm just going to go up to one of the stair turns and make a place to sleep out of the fog. I don't see any reason to sleep inside the foggity fog.
All right, you see that, like, well, you did notice that the big abomination was still lying there, split open and cracked on various places, feathers and strange fluorescent pink and internals everywhere.
I don't want to mess with any of that.
Smells bad. I mean, but
yeah. I got a plague doctor mask. I'm fine.
All right.
You do make a good point, though. Sleeping not in the mist would be ideal, but I feel like there are very limited places to do that.
Yeah, there are. I mean, I am happy to figure out a way that we can all bunk up on. Because I feel like, given the size and shape of thing, there's got to be at least one turn of the stairs that's a landing that we could probably sleep abreast on
that makes sense
without too much work.
It's pretty narrow, and you notice that this is like I said, this chapel is kind of like those early like colony chapels of the American standard. Kind of, right? So it's like that the spiral staircase is very narrow. It is not kind of like there's no vast middle landing. But
we can go vertical up and down the stairs then. Like I mean, like, I think we can. I think between the robes in the vestry, tying ourselves together with rope, and maybe we do watches just so that we make sure no one rolls off in the middle of the night.
Yeah, taking watches is probably good.
Yeah.
None of you like it's not space in the staircase in particular to sleep comfortably, so you would have to sleep on the slabs of the organ balcony in that case.
Okay. Sure. I mean, I think if the mist is going up to right about floor level, I think we can probably also, like, there's benches and some other chairs and stuff. We'll just do some furniture rearrangement to settle ourselves in for the night.
All right.
Slightly above the fog.
Yep. You roll good. You like I mean, there is like you have bedrolls and stuff. No, you probably didn't bring those, huh? I mean, you're adventurers. You're used to like sleeping on cold floors. There's these slabs are as good as any. At least it's not going to rain on you.
Yeah.
So
and Marta fought in the war, so she's
fine.
Very familiar with this. She's fine.
I will say, as a little detail, there is one war mentioned in the adventure. You have Marfa, you recognized a couple of the faces within the keep, just of like the general the generally like older population, as some of them are veterans that you fought alongside in the shore wars, which happened about 15 years ago. You said you were older, right?
Yeah. Marta's like in her late 40s.
Yep. So you remember that it was a battle with the bloody ships of the pagan isles.
That makes sense.
The war ended briefly, like after one of the battles. It didn't seem like it was gonna end, but suddenly troops were called back, and no one ever heard the best of it, except that the kingdom declared it as a glorious victory.
And it was against the Pagan Isles?
The pagan isles were invading or raiding the coasts. Therefore, the coasts have been renamed to the Bloody Coast after.
And now we have a representative of the Pagan Isles here at
Two.
Duginthroat. Oh yeah, two of them.
At least.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's been like indicators that there are plenty here. Some more integrated than others.
That's right. We found that hymn book, I believe, of chants of the Pagan Isles.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Christian rock equivalent of the hymnal, like.
So what I'm wondering is like, who's doing the first and second watch? Frag got
I'll take
sleep.
second watch.
Second watch.
I can do first watch.
That's perfect. As it becomes darker and everyone else are sleeping around you, Thrilius, during the second hour of your sleep, you like see through the cracked mosaic tile where there was like a big giant shattered hole in the center of it.
Mhm.
It's like it's almost like a panorama view, right, of the church. You start noticing like a pink glow from below while studying your spell book at night. And you notice that like almost ink on the pages of your book starts obscuring in its shimmer. As you look down there, it seems like the rays are reflecting from somewhere around that altar that you investigated yesterday.
Oh yeah. I mean, I gotta go look at it, right? I can't not.
You go down there. You try to tread carefully, I assume, to not wake anyone up. As you approach the altar, and you can like, even though like without the reflection of the glass, you still like see this concentration, this dim. It's coming from the altar, but it's less obvious the closer you get. The altar is of stone, or the pulpit is of stone. It's like a preacher stand, and you don't see any obvious ways to interact with it.
I'm gonna see. I think I've got something. I went through our item list and picked all of the adventuring classics. I believe I have a magnifying glass. Is there a way, like if I'm holding it up, does it seem like it only shows up like if viewed through glass?
It was more like the pink light, strange and magical light was merely reflected through the it was enhanced in the reflection of the colored glass, right? Almost like it brought forth hues of it. Dude, I wonder if people who don't work as illustrators write adventure puzzles like this. So yeah, when you bring out like your looking glass, you spend like a shift doing it, or not a shift but a turn, right?
Yeah,
like 10 minutes. Yeah, you find you see that there's like right underneath. Well, first of all, there's reflections from tiny narrow cracks, like on each near the kind of like the corners of the back of it, like almost like slits that go down. And when you follow the slits, you locate like a tiny sun of brass. Then it's weird that someone would keep a decoration there, almost right under where what do you call it? Like the the surface where a book is supposed to be rested.
The pulpit or the ambo.
Yeah, like the top of the pulpit. Yeah. So, yeah, that's what you see.
Interesting.
Hello.
Perhaps
Just lost connecting briefly.
Perhaps against my better judgment, I'm going to place my spell book for a moment back up on top where the book would go. And then I'm going to go and poke at that sun and see either if it like is a button that can be depressed or something that can be removed or something like that.
You notice that like as you put the book down, it's almost as if the letters on the pages representing your floating disc spell are starting to like they're obscuring, almost like the ink is becoming wet and getting like magenta hues in it. Almost like it's starting to like drip out like towards the front of like the top of the book, basically. Like it's moving away from you almost as you're crouching down. As you reach forward and kind of like, how do you interact with the brass sun?
Oh, I was doing the thing that you should never do, which is touching it directly with my hand.
Oh yeah, you touch it, and you can almost hear the ink above your head just out of view now as you crouch down and looking in. As the rays of moonlight turn pink as you hear a rumbling, and you see a door that starts opening in front of you.
In like the back of the church?
In the back of the pulpit. It's a hidden compartment inside.
I will poke my head in and see what's in there.
Well, as you there's hardly space for it, but I think your curious eyes are more than familiar with what you see inside. It's an old book, leather bound, but covered in pink mucus.
All right. Now, I'm not so silly as to go and touch that with my bare hands. But I will... actually, I will go check because I am worried about the spell book. If our one ticket out of here is dripping off of the page, I will go pick the book up and see if this door closes again.
As you're picking up the book, you hear that like it starts rumbling and it starts kind of like moving back up.
Yeah, okay. I'll put the book back down. I'll take off my shirt, I guess, and use that to like wrap around this slimy book and pull it out.
Yeah. You pull it out, and to your surprise, at first glance, it looks like a book of Psalms.
Interesting.
Something is off. It smells sulfurous strongly.
Well, this will be something to look at momentarily. I think I'll take it out and then also grab my book and maybe go over to one of the smashed up pews, and see, yeah, if I can like clear it off. Trying to think of what. Oh, you know what? No, I have a little bit of alcohol. I know alcohol should dissolve slime, sometimes anyway. Maybe like soaking the shirt in a little bit of wine or something might help wipe off some of the slime, so I can look at it and touch it without fear of, I don't know, dying or whatever it's going to do to me. But yeah, I guess I'm not really trained in any kind of holy text, so I don't necessarily know what might be wrong on that side of things, but
it looks fairly readable, and it goes warm as you have it in your hands after the alcohol like makes almost all of the liquid escape into the pages. No, that can't be right. It has to be a trick of the darkness, right? As you're looking at it, you feel almost like whispers in the inside of your head, and you can read it for an hour if you wish to, and pick up a spell.
I mean, I can't not, right?
You got to.
I got it. I got to touch the book.
All right. Give me a D6. D4, actually. D4.
D4. That is a 2.
It's 2. So in that case, let's see. Yeah, you're not sure what it means, but you're like you're noticing that as you're mumbling and kind of like just reading, like not so quietly to yourself, you sense that the liquid that escaped into the book grows grows almost like into a form, and as you're tracing the words while reading them, you notice that like a trail of it is following your finger, almost as if you're commanding it.
Ooh.
And you can add that, or I'm just going to be like transparent here because we're not playing a campaign, so you won't have time to like figure this out. But you gain this for the next 24 hours. You gain the spell Command Rendering Mass, which is a big thing in this adventure. It allows you to command a 5 times 5 feet square of rendering mass to perform a single task once. Now, this spell will not stay in your book, and every day there is a there might be another one.
Excellent.
Okay. Well, that's horrifying, but I love it.
It seems like this mass is sentient, which is disturbing.
Yeah, the name Rendering Mass, it bad mouthfeel. Like I got it. But
All right.
yeah, that's fine. There will be no consequences of this, and that'll be fine.
Most of the other pages in this book is blank, but the next morning, like the rest of you who wake up, I guess, you never wake up anyone for the second shift, I assume.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
No, I'm just like,
No. I mean, yeah, I would hope at the very least after learning this horrifying spell, I'll be like, okay, well, that's enough for me, and go tap Ivy.
you can also save versus poison. Save versus magic, I mean.
Thank God that is the thing that I'm good at in this game. Yeah, you said it is versus death and poison.
No, magic.
Oh.
What is it? Magic and breath. Yeah, that's the one.
Oh, yeah. Okay, great. That is a 17 total, and mine is a 16. So I'm good.
Yeah, good. You made it. Yeah, nothing happens, unfortunately. So yeah, you've already seen like Marfa, you're waking up when you wake up, it's like, yeah, you're like, we're not gonna run for your shift because nothing happens for the rest of the night. But you're like, it's hard to get used to this armored nakedness of your new existence.
Oh yeah, my armor got fused to my body. I completely forgot about that.
Yeah, you can describe what it looks like as all three of your
chainmail like laced into me or something.
Yep, you infused with it.
I feel like it's like a layer of skin with the chainmail underneath, and then the muscles underneath that.
Yep.
At least chainmail's quieter.
At least chainmail's quieter, yeah.
Yeah. Cushioned chainmail. What an upgrade.
But all three of you, like, yeah, you wake up the next day to a worried mumbling at about 6 a.m. We're going to take off on time tracker here. As you hear calls. I hate to disturb you all, but there appears to be a boiling point situation by the confessional. Brother Harmfart's voice echoes with more sobriety than you've heard from him so far, through the staircases from below.
Love it. I mean, I'll go down and look at I'm familiar with the confessional. I'll head down the stairs and I know we saw some bubbles come up yesterday through the floor when I was messing around with it. Does it look like that is more of that is happening?
It looks like you hear the sounds of creaking wood as the three of you enter, and you see like the confessional is like almost like it's on water. It's standing on this bubbling tendrilled mass, very similar to the mass you saw on the pages. That is almost like moving it around and like it's trying to move the confessional without harming it or something. You're not sure. Brother Harmfart seems more confused and terrified.
When you say it is waving, it is being jostled around. It is
jostled around.
It is not visually bending in space and time, correct?
No.
So we're all awake at this point, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Great.
Excellent. Yeah. So it looks like there is some sort of mass underneath this thing that is picking it up and moving around. I look at the magic guy because it seems way more like their territory than my territory.
That is true. I might know exactly the spell to deal with this, but it would be good to know what's going on, I guess. Like, I'll look over at Brother Harmfart and just be like, has it just been moving, like just doing its whole tentacle thing here?
Gravy God once told me that well, a pot never boils while you watch it. That appears to be correct.
Well,
as he looks at it, like he seems to have like look for a wise saying for just this kind of situation. That was the best one he came up with.
I certainly don't know anything that could have caused this to happen. But I mean, we could.
I'm going to give Martha one end of her rope and see if I can just toss the rope over the back of the confessional as it's kind of moving around to see if we can pull it clear of whatever this thing is.
All right.
Sorry, what are we trying to do? We're trying to take the confessional and move it?
Yeah. I'm trying to pull it's because it's getting kind of like jumbled. Like I'm just trying to pull it off of whatever this thing is underneath.
You got it exactly right. It's like a very narrow space, so it keeps like bumping into the ceiling, and like every time Brother Harmfart kind of like reaches out his hands, like in worry, almost more than for his own life from this weird alien mass that is currently filling the hallway. Yeah. So if that's what you're trying to do,
yeah, that's it. Yeah, I'm just trying to get it off so we can see whatever the hell this thing actually is.
I'll say, just to make a dice roll for excitement, we'll do like a dex check here from whoever's leading.
Dexterity check. It's obviously me leading. Action then. That is a 18 plus 2 for a filthy 20.
Yeah, you want to roll low on
well,
this
then
one.
I didn't.
No. So you're as you're kind of like pulling it, you hear like creaks as you get it off, but you damage it more than intended. As you hear like almost like gasps for air from and nervous farts from the old priest next to you, followed by hiccups. But you get it off, and what the three of you see underneath is that it the rendering mass settles, not completely. It's still like wriggling, but more like a hive of worms and less like a ocean of them. It is hollow at the center, and you see a glistening pink descending set of stairs in a tube-like fashion leading down into the darkness below. Even the steps of the staircase are bubbling, like clay in an oven, I guess, on its way down, and it has this like wet, reflective look to them. It stinks like the mist.
Look over at Brother Harmfart. So is that like you doing some remodeling, or like what's going on here, friend?
I mean, the staircase to the wine cellar used to be there until Arnar blew it up for some reason several years ago. It's been inaccessible until. Do you think this means that the wine is still down there?
I mean, it's always a chance.
My back has grown weary over the years. Would you mind getting it for me?
Look at my my two friends. Well, there is three friends because there's also the piglet.
Yeah, Barsnip is staying the fuck away from this.
Yeah. Do you guys want to go check it out? We can leave our parsnip friend here with the good father here, and
Sounds good.
All right. Do any of you wish to do any preparations before you head down into the gelatinous staircase leading down into the darkness?
we should have torches. Should make sure we have torches or some sort of like bullseye lantern or something.
I do have a lantern.
Perfect.
I mean, the other option is, do we just want to take Parsnip back home before we do this? We can do that easily with the current setup we have, because we have a rope. Now we have a rope, which means that if we get on the floating disc, we can just pull ourselves along rather than you having to swim for it. So I'm fine. I'm fine with either route. I'm certainly happy to go down into a weird gelatinous wine cellar.
I'll say with Marfa's military background, an unexplored recent passage can also be a potential ambush from an enemy you do not yet understand.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not saying that's what's happening here, but I'm saying like.
No, that makes sense. I'm just gonna be ready with weapons, but nothing particular other than that in preparation.
It's awfully dark and quiet down there.
And to clarify, it bubbled up and then we moved the stuff off and then it just kind of receded down, correct?
Yeah, it was like it just finished, like kind of like reaching up here in mass, like it was surprised that something was blocking it. Almost.
Mm.
And
it's strange.
The Crowy Crones. Yeah,
Crones. Yeah, there you go.
They are the ones who don't like alcohol. We have no indication that the alcohol has any impact on anything else, correct?
Frillius may beg to differ. When he was using the alcohol yesterday, he actively chased it while doing
that
so.
Is true. I will pull out the ominous slimy book and say, yeah, actually I found this, and it was covered in that same pink slime, and I dumped a little wine on my shirt to go and like wipe it off. And it just completely retreated from it. So I think, we could always do like we did yesterday and douse ourselves in alcohol and head down there.
Are there visible steps, or is this like a slope?
It's visible steps. It almost looked like it's poor replication of an actual staircase. It even tries to simulate some of the cracks that apparently have once been there, but cool. Way bigger.
If we just
like way more overly done, like stylized.
If we just tip a little bit of the house hooch onto those steps, what happens?
All right. You bring out like the house hooch and pour down a droplet and notice immediately this sizzling sensation as you smell burning fat, and a large hole forms as a huge gap forms around it.
Cool. I'm assuming this is a hole like a divot, not this hole proceeds all the way down to infinity, correct?
It's too dark for you to see immediately.
Oh, no, I'm just mean the hole that where I poured the hooch.
Oh
like-
yeah. That's like you poured it down onto a step of stairs,
And
you
it just
saw
dissolved
like
part of it.
almost like a wound that just.
Gotcha.
You did not see stone underneath it.
Excellent. Okay, that's good. That's good to know. Yeah.
This was all bound to happen on day 5.
Yeah,
from
no,
the
it's fine.
Tracker, by the way.
We're right where we're supposed to be. I mean, we have a good way to hurt things that come at us. That's what we know. I'm happy to go down under this understanding. Like, I don't have any problem with it. Am I going first? Is that what's happening? Because I've got the
for
light.
sure.
Okay, cool.
Who's carrying torches?
I've got a lantern.
We'll do it. Oh no, you've got a lantern. That makes
Yeah.
more sense.
I mean, we can see what fire does to this thing also too, but I would want to test that first. I will go down first.
All right. Marfa?
I'll take the back.
All right.
Cool. And just to get it out there now, just in case, I do have torches and a tinderbox as a backup, just in case we get separated from Thrag.
So do
All
I.
right.
Just in case.
Thrillius, do you have like another spell prepared today?
Well, I guess I need to ask you, the command rendering mass, that would be my only spell for the day, correct? If I pick that. It does seem like the most relevant spell to prepare for today.
Does that mean you will not have floating discs for the day?
It does mean that I would not have floating discs.
That's fine.
Cool. You ascend down into the darkness. It's so quiet, you're almost afraid to speak in case whatever is lurking in the shadows. Well, if it would give off any hint of its presence, if there is anything there, it would do so just as you opened your mouths to crack a joke or make a comment. The trek down is not long, but feels like an eternity. It takes 10 minutes. As you continue down, it's longer than expected, and you notice that after doing several spirals, it starts like slithering what could be westwards, and you follow a tunnel for a while before you come down, or you see at the bottom of the staircase, Thrag. Not lights, but in the light of your own torch, you see various broken pillars and rubble that is coated in the pink goo in a puddle, as it seems like the stairs end in an archway. You do not see the room on the other side yet, as you're watching it from above, kind of descending.
Essentially, the angle that we're coming at does not.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Can we tell if it has a door or not?
It's an open doorway.
Open door.
Arched.
Nothing gonna stop us now. I mean, like, I will slowly work my way up to the edge of the doorway. Like, I will hand someone else the lantern also too. I guess that would be earliest because you're right behind me. And work my way up to the doorway and listen.
Great. You do so. You come down to the doorway and everything's quiet. As you come up to it, you can still see in the range of your torchlight. Let me see here. Yeah. Just give me 1 second here. Yeah. You see, it appears to be the ruins of it looks like it was part of an abbey once or something, at least from the architecture, but an ancient one. You see 3 lockers and an adjacent staircase going up next to you. Most of the lockers appears to have been broken into a long time ago, and straight ahead on the other side of the squared ruin, you can barely glimpse what looks like the rear of a large statue peeking from the opposite doorway. Yeah, that's about what you see.
So
And there's like ruins everywhere.
Yeah, while it seems like a religious structure of some sort, its architecture is different from the church above.
Yeah, you still see like these sun ornaments
Okay, so
everywhere.
it's the same
you
type of
remember.
ornamentation in religious iconography, but a
Should
different type of
we-
architecture.
Should we have
Maybe like
someone map them?
150 years older or something.
What were you
Should we have
asking,
someone
Ivy?
map?
Oh, making a map.
Yeah.
That's a thought.
That's a good idea.
That's usually a middle of the walking around group job.
I can do it.
However, I'm gonna, before we start mapping, I'm gonna motion for Thrillius to kind of like move down so that the light will cast into the room a little bit more, just to confirm whether I can see any people in there or not.
Yeah, I'll scooch up a little bit more so that I shine the light around.
It appears to be quiet, unoccupied, dusty. You see that next to the entrance is like the entrance of opposite of you is a wound in the wall. There's one of the lockers appears to not have been broken into yet.
So just to recap, we've come down a staircase, right?
Yeah, there's another staircase right next to it, like basically like Bragg side when he
On
peeked
the
his
wall
head to
behind
the.
us.
Yeah, exactly. Straight right opposite of you, there's another open doorway. Next to the doorway is 3 lockers, where 2 of them are broken open, and there's rubble everywhere.
Cool.
It's rectangular. Yeah.
I mean, I will make my way into the room and make sure it looks, confirm that it is empty-ish before having everybody else come in.
I mean, it's not empty, but you see that with the amount of debris here and like rubble, securing it would take a while.
Let's check the lockers real quick, just see if there's anything in them still.
I'll let y'all check the open lockers, and I will check the unopened locker.
Right.
Thank you.
I'll just kick off some turns here. Hold on. Yep. So all of you are searching the room.
Yeah.
Yep.
Correct. All right. Say as Thrag is the early one. Like which one of you are searching what? Martha searching the lockers, Thrag searching the
unopened locker.
Yeah, but, I mean, are all of you searching the unopened locker?
No. Martha was searching the open lockers, and I was searching the unopened locker. Not knowing if we will need to break into that locker or not, essentially.
Okay. Thrillius?
I think with the locker situation well and handled, I think I will look around. You said there was like this statue that's in here.
No, it's right outside. This appears to be like a part of a greater structure.
Oh, I see.
And you definitely get the feeling that there's a more leeway towards the roof, like a taller space right outside of that door.
I mean, yeah, I will at least just to get a better idea of what's coming ahead. If everybody else is checking out this room, I'll make sure that nobody's coming towards us to ambush us from the next room.
All right. I mean, you can see out pretty well without moving far from the group, as like it's right next to the lockers.
Sure.
So the 2 others of you, it appears that except like some like very uncomfortable wooden slippers and 40 silver pieces spread among the woodworks. This place has been robbed clean. However, the last door is padlocked, rustic. You could probably crack it open with just a good hit with a hammer or a sword.
Yeah. I mean, are there rocks nearby?
Yeah, plenty.
I'll pick up a hefty rock and give it a, and I'll pick this lock with my custom lock picking device that I've improvised.
You feel these slithering notions, almost like the liquid below your feet, because this room is covered in that pink viscera. Is like moving along, almost curiously, as you crack the lock open. As it opens, you see a leather journal covered in dust. This locker is free from the pink viscera, laying on the flooring.
I'm going to pick up the journal. Does as I open up the locker, like the move, does it seem like it is like moving up into that empty space?
It seems like it's moving up, and you can probably see it too. All of you, I would almost assume, Marfa, that like at least your hand is on your sheath, as you see like a long tendril slenderly kind of moves up at a respectful distance, almost looking over Craig's shoulder.
Just like the pink viscera.
Yeah, it's like a tendril forms out of it and starts stretching up. And
I'm going to take a step back.
Leans towards his shoulder. Thrag, you see this as well as you're holding the book.
Did you say it's at a respectful distance though? Like it's not. It didn't like pop up underneath my feet. It is a footish away and leaning in or whatever.
Yeah.
Cool. Does it seem more interested in the empty space or in the journal that is in my hand?
Definitely the journal.
Cool. I will move my eyes and head the minimum amount necessary to look more directly at this thing and kind of take it in. Is this like a hand? Is this does it have a, like you said, a tentacle, but you said it's also kind of moving towards the journal. Does it look like it's trying
it's like a tendril of gelatinous pink mass.
Okay.
That is forming out of a puddle of gelatinous pink mass,
okay,
which is connected to a large body of gelatinous pink mass, which is coating this entire room like frosting.
But was not inside the closed.
No.
Okay.
That room is free from mass.
Cool. Yeah, I'm gonna just kind of hold the journal out, not towards it, but away from me and it. So if it's here looking over my shoulder, I'm gonna move the journal over to this side of me and see what happens.
It's moving along with the book, almost like you're like a dancing cobra, like a hypnotized cobra.
Okay.
And for a second, you swear that it recognizes your presence, Thrillius, as you're watching this. Marfa, what are you doing?
I'm kind of like taking a step back out of its reach, a little wary.
You take a step back and notice that like the giant liquid body that it's connected to is slithering and moving like all around and is covering this entire room. Getting away from it would be very, very difficult. But it doesn't seem hostile, at least not yet.
I'm going to pivot so that the book is between it and I. So like I have moved it over here. This is me turning my body, like leaving the book essentially in the same spot and moving my body around it so that the book is now between me and the tentacle.
Yeah.
Is this journal secured in any way, shape, or form beyond just like a strap that keeps it closed?
No, when you look at the journal, it has a sun engraving on it, and it says the last testimony of mildew the mild as an opposite of spicy, the anchorite king.
The anchorite king.
And that rings a bell in all of you, because unless you dipped out on your sermons as a kid, or have never went to a chapel, he is a saint in this region. And this must be the underground abbey, the secret underground abbey that is very like holy to whatever faith this is. He locked himself away to keep him and his most sacred followers from earthly corruption. Its place was never to be told to anyone.
Sweet. If I go to put this thing, like if I hide the book under my cloak, does the tendril try to follow it into my cloak?
No.
Okay.
It's waiting.
It is waiting. It's so like the level of consent in this tentacle is so impressive. I am going to swap out the unless you do not want this, Thurlius, I'm going to swap out the lantern back for the book, because it's a book. I could read it, but like,
yeah, no, I'll trade you back the lantern.
Seems way more helpful for you to have than I to have.
Yeah, I'll just like, oh, hey, sweet. I'll just, without thinking, I'll just pop it open and see, like, start reading it.
You notice that like the distance between the rendering mass and you is significantly less respectful than it was towards Thrag. Almost like it likes you.
Great. That's
all
fine.
of you, by the way, roll me a save versus pref. Where you've been down here for closer to an hour since you left. So
that's fair.
Does the Plague Doctor mask do anything for this?
Yeah. Do you wearing the Plague Doctor mask?
Yeah. Oh no, I said I put it on. It was wild to me that no one else picked that shit up and put it on. And so yes, I'm wearing the Plague Doctor mask. You can assume I am wearing it from now on if we are going into a misty area.
Amazing.
Thrag, you don't need to roll.
We're just confirming rolling low is good, correct?
Rolling low for saving throws, you want to roll high.
That's a shame. That's a real shame.
Good. What about you, Marco?
Regarding what? Sorry, I'm a little spacey.
Oh yeah. Do a save versus magic.
Yes. You want to roll high on these?
Yeah, I do seem to remember that you have to roll high on saving throws.
It's a real shame.
No, I failed as well.
Oh, that's excellent. Both of you roll me a d20.
Great. 9.
That is a 6.
That's a 6. Okay, I'll just find the manuscript here, and I will look up the tracker. Oh yeah, there we go. So a 6 for Thurlius. So this is your first one. Well, you don't notice it, but I think anyone watching you, which I assume are both of the other ones, see that you quickly grow these like well, almost like long hairs out from underneath your nose. They look like whiskers, pink, reflective whiskers, and you do not know this yet. But for the purpose of this here live play, I will tell you that they can detect any sound nearby, any movement nearby.
Interesting.
And Mark, you got a 9, right?
Yeah.
Excellent. That's your second one, so it's going to be interesting. Oh my. There's just the three of you. All of you pick a number from the 2 numbers from 1 to 6.
Each of us pick a different number from 1 to 6.
2 numbers each.
2 numbers each. I'll take 6 and 1.
6 and 1.
I'll take 3 and 4.
Or wait, Marfa, I mean, that would be 3 numbers actually for the 2 other ones.
Oh, okay.
So you're 1.
Then it's way easier for me to take 1, 2, and 3.
1, 2, and 3?
Yeah.
All right. Let's make this roll. One of you want to do it, or should I do the honors?
You should do it since y'all know. Y'all have.
All right. 5. Marfa, mention a part of your face.
Let's go with Martha's nose.
Marfa's nose. What does Marfa's nose look like?
She's got like a long, kind of almost beaky nose.
Okay. Frillius, what does your nose look like?
Oh gosh. I think like one of those sort of like kind of snub deals. Like not quite pig-like, but like, you know, definitely like shorter.
Little upturn.
Yeah.
Yeah, a
They
little upturn.
swap.
Great. Okay. Weird.
But the
Wild.
whiskers stay in place. We're just clarifying.
Yeah.
That's right, because it happens simultaneously.
So I get hawk nose and cat whiskers.
Pink, sulfur stinking, cat whiskers. Yeah.
Yeah, you know, I almost feel like that has to be how I notice, right? If they smell so bad, I'm like, why do I smell so? Wait, what is this?
You're like,
That's not my.
that's what happens.
Great. I feel like it's probably something that we don't immediately notice.
I think Thrag notices, and
Sure.
the 2 of you are unaware for a little while until it becomes convenient for him to tell you.
I want to clarify. So there's the stairs we came down. There's the other stairs that go back up. Those stairs also come down, but that's not the side we're on. Are there any other entrance or
Oh,
exits?
that is the side you're on. There is two staircases on the same wall.
Right.
And right in front of you, next to the lockers that you're currently by, where Thrilly is peeked out. Oh, I forgot to tell you I was outside. That was stupid. There is an arched doorway that leads out. Yeah. So Thrillius, as you looked out earlier, it looked like there was some kind of a large like plaza where you saw various other doorways, almost as part of like a large abbey of some sort, but ruined. And 6 about 20-foot tall statues standing at the center of the plaza with folded hands in prayer.
I will relay that back to the team.
Since we're all good kids who went to Sunday school, apparently, is there any relationship between Mildew the Mild, the number, like, is the number 6, or like, did he have like 5 best friends that always hung out and were incredibly holy?
He did have 5 best friends that always hung out.
There we go. So awesome. Okay, cool. Sweet. And was Mildew this is a saint in the religion. Saints have varied, and religions have varied understanding of what a saint is, but saints have varied understandings of how they embrace life. Was Mildew the Mild was wanted to retreat from the world, was not like known for being especially bloodthirsty?
No, it was because the world was corrupting.
Cool. Just want to make sure.
So he led his sacred cloud, his purest of cloud lambs, his flock, into sheltered purity to protect protect the knowledge and all their purity from the corruption that was to come.
Nicknames like the Mild typically don't lend themselves to being horribly bloodthirsty people or anything like that. I just wanted to make sure.
No, he's like I guess like Bob Ross Jesus in the way his
Bob Ross Jesus is very good. I like that.
Yeah.
So yeah, do we want to go deeper in, or do we want to go up?
Let's go deeper in.
You notice that the tendril Thrilius is right next to your head, slithering back and forth, peering at the book and peering into you.
I mean, I gotta read it, right? Like, reading books has only done good things so far.
The tendril nods.
Yeah, I'll start reading it just to, like, I
Okay,
don't know a whole lot, but sure.
The two others of you?
I'm gonna scout ahead a little bit.
I'll stick with Tony.
All right, let's see how long your torches last for now.
I have a lantern.
We're going through the door that's the opposite of the staircases we came down.
Correct.
Cool. All right. So you're staying back reading for this, or are you reading and following them?
I figured I would follow along behind them. Just a little distracted.
Just not paying attention to what's happening around us.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's basically a testimonial, Thrilius, of what I just explained to Thrak. That reads there and says that only the corrupted and enshrouded by darkness would steal our last relics from this from this vault of earthly remains.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it also said this has been a place of evil previously that must be filled with light.
Right.
After its previous what do you call it? The opposite of successor.
Inheritors.
Yeah, the keep's inheritors, so to say.
Yeah.
The ones that came before them.
So that would be actually inheritors and successors would be the same thing. Predecessor would be the
Predecessors. Yeah, that's the one. Yeah, when you go out, you see that there is indeed a pretty large space. Shadows cloak the corners, and you see that it appears to be a mix of both abbey and cavern flooring, roof. And as you move a little bit, like you see that like past the row of statues that kind of like go down the middle, there's like 5 of them standing and facing a taller statue at the edge, which from all the depictions that you've seen,
opposite us?
yes.
Okay.
The tallest statue on the edge, which is like not a lot taller, but seemingly more important than the other ones, has his arms outreached and like this like joyous smile, almost like his frozen in song, is Mildew the Mild.
Are there any other exits from the room?
Yeah, from this place, yes. Like I said, there was plenty of other entrances. Let me just bring out the room descriptions here. So
That's what I'm always asking about exits.
yeah, so you see like by the edge of the light's reach, you can barely see a series of violently liberated cliffs. Maybe they maybe this was a course of the earthquake that must have happened when the keep was ripped apart above, or something much older. You're not sure. You see 1, 2, 3 other chambers similar to two other chambers similar to the one you just came out from around you, both of them opposing, and a ruined stone bridge that leads across the abyss into the darkness far east. You're coming out from the north.
Oh, we're coming into this from the north.
Yeah.
And then to the east, there's a bridge. And then the two other alcoves, are those to the west?
Yeah, that's right.
And then the statues are to the south of us.
The statues are kind of like lining in the middle of the plateau.
Okay.
You also see when scanning it, thick like roots, and obviously the source of the pink mass. Almost more like roots than tendrils, or these like thick webs of almost veins like going down into the darkness, like a spiraling slide. No rails, obviously. Next to the bridge.
Sweet.
It's about like 8 feet wide.
When we kind of take it in the interaction between the pink mass, is there anywhere that the pink masses seem to be avoiding, or is it a pretty haphazard and organic covering of things?
Yes, it does appear to be one when you study it, Craig. While Marfa is doing this, there is this like the farthest opposing entrance is not covered in any mass that you can see. However, as you are reading through the testimonials, you notice that the tendril next to you slips back into the puddle, and you notice a vast, almost like a river of it, starts like slithering back into the room that you were in, and you feel almost these notions, like a little bit of a shake as it rushes upwards, seemingly to one of the staircases, almost excitedly. And far off, the three of you start hearing chanting, muffled behind a wall.
Behind which wall?
You're not sure. Somewhere there are several obstructions in the way, but from somewhere around the area where you came from in the chamber that you exited.
Does the chanting sound familiar from our Sunday school experiences, or does it sound different?
Like kind of, yeah, perhaps, yeah.
Can I spike the door?
Yeah.
Or are we not a fan of cutting off our only escape route?
Did it go up a different set of stairs, or it went up the set of stairs we came
You
down?
didn't look. It came out from the entrance that you left out from. There were 2 staircases in there.
Okay.
You're out of reach with your light currently to see in there.
No, that's fine. I was just curious.
It stopped. It went back right after you were done reading through this.
Yeah, I don't know if that's a good thing or not. I'm still on, like, 50% of me says that this Mildew the Mild went through some sort of purification ritual and has become the slime along with his 5 companions. And part of me says that maybe this is whatever was here before.
Also, while I know we don't have light, would Thrillius be able to know the answer to the question I just asked, because he can sense movement around him because of his whiskers?
Sorry, what happened to our light?
Like all of the mass.
It's just facing the other direction. Like they moved out of range of it, but since it is movement and Thrillius can detect movement, I didn't know if he would be able to.
Right.
Yeah.
Cool.
Not beyond the walls of the chamber. There is so much of the mass and so much movement happening that it's hard to tell the exact direction, because this thing is not several entities. It is definitely one entity.
Mm-hmm.
There's still some of it here, like quite a lot of it, but a big concentration of it appears to
excitedly move back the other direction.
Extend in a direction.
I mean, I'm a little concerned if it's going off to go do something.
Yeah, I'm more interested in what's keeping it at bay from the other corner than I am at where it's going right now.
That's also fair.
Martha, where are you inclined to pay attention right now?
I'd like to check out those little alcoves to the side that were mentioned and just see what's in those. Maybe we could hide in those.
There's one of the alcoves that was not covered in that.
Yeah. There was one not covered in slime that could be worth checking out.
Are all of you following?
Is the one not covered in slime, is that what you were talking about in the northwest corner, or was that a door?
Yeah, that's the northwest
Yeah,
corner.
that's what I wanted to check out. So
you see that, like, this entrance is partially collapsed from inside, almost like a breakdown.
Mhm.
Above it, you see something very strange and a symbol you are not familiar with. Seemingly carved in, but it has like almost like a blue tint to it, like a detailing. It's a crescent moon right above.
and it's carved in.
Yeah, but somehow less weathered than the rest.
Can I feel it? How like it's just kind of a
It's
fake
super
carving?
It's super smooth,
Okay.
not like rocks, almost like like finely sanded crystal.
Ooh. Can we get a
But
light
no light
closer to it?
emits from it.
So getting a light closer to it, can I shine a light on it, like directly on it?
It almost swallows it like a shadow.
Ooh, okay. I don't know what to do with this, but that's cool.
Does it seem like it is part of the rock or something that is laid into the rock?
That's the thing. It seems like it's laid in, but you don't have to be an archaeologist to understand that this thing is almost. It almost looks like it was recently built, but almost like that icon is trapped in pristine condition, while time has abused the rest of the foundation around it.
Interesting. Now, there was a bit in the book about the way to keep this area pure is to shine light everywhere, correct?
No, they were gonna trap the purest and brightest light inside, which was themselves.
Got it.
So what it said is that they were going to wall themselves in and be fed through a small gap in a wall somewhere, and live in harmony and joyous purity for the rest of their lives, while writing holy scriptures that could guide the next generations.
Hmm.
Okay.
That's what an anchorite is. Also a Cenobite, if anyone's familiar with
Oh,
well.
yeah.
Yep.
for all you Hellraiser heads out there.
Can I knock on it?
Yeah. I'll say it releases like a warm, hollow, droning hum.
And if I press on the crescent mark, it doesn't like depress or anything.
No,
Okay.
I mean, like the breakaway, it is possible to crawl through. It's just like narrow. It's just
it's large. I was picturing something like small.
no. It's like a doorway. Like it's just like it's just like there's it appears that part of the roof has fallen down or something.
Got it. Okay.
The stone around it, like it's so the alcove is, the door is, it's collapsed in some way, shape, or form, right? Is that beyond the doorway that it's been collapsed down?
Yeah, that's beyond the doorway.
Is the doorway, what type of stonework is the doorway?
Marble.
Is it a singular piece, or is it all fitted together?
Fitted together.
Cool. Thrag is basically trying to figure out how easy it is to remove this half moon side, the stone that the half moon piece is on. Is it on like a keystone in the middle? Like if it's an archway?
Yeah, it's on a keystone in the middle. Yeah.
Means if I take it out, the door will become more unstable.
Yeah.
Which is fine as long as we don't
possibly like the section above it will fall down.
Oh yeah, no, 100%. That's I mean,
it's the
easiest piece to take out as long as you don't ever want to use that door again.
I'll say it's about 50 feet up to the ceiling from here.
50 feet up?
Yeah. It's like a large cathedral. Does that make sense?
Yeah, no, that's fine.
Yeah.
Are there any hole, and what is collapsed? Is there anything that looks like an intentional hole?
It looks like
left?
part of the opposing wall from the lily. You can see throughout the. I mean, if you climb up on that pile, you can kind of like peek through without entering the room, I guess.
Yeah, let's do that then. I'd love to climb up and peek in.
I'll take out the turn for the surveying you've done so far. So you climb up, Thrag, and you see like as the moon is about the height of your brow now. So you climb up. It's like about maybe 4 feet taller than Marfa, like the whole doorway in together. There is no like a clear gap you could just crawl through if you wanted to.
That sounds like
And
a
you
horrible
see-
idea. Let's do it.
Yeah,
And
that
you
sounds
see
like a
these,
terrible idea.
You see several light sources inside. All of them reflections of your torchlight from valuable metals displayed on altars. Six of them
Ooh.
total.
Treasure.
Yeah.
We should take it.
Do what?
We should take it.
Yeah, we should.
It's a great idea.
I don't think you should do that.
No.
Well, rather, this book thinks that you shouldn't do that.
Right.
What is it you read in the book that makes you think that I should not do that? Is it about them drinking up the light?
It was the line was only the darkest and most corrupt would steal things from our tomb.
I mean, we can always test that theory.
I mean, you can also say that, like, I mean, this is the moon room.
I mean, yeah,
The
maybe
rest of it is this.
maybe this isn't even their
congregation,
room.
so-
We don't know
That's
that.
right. You know, who could say?
Um,
That's enough argument for me.
I'm sorry, I should be less sadistic and more like
no,
impartial here.
I am gonna shimmy down in there, and take a. Now you said it's reflecting light back. Does that mean like I am only seeing these reflections back? I am not seeing what's around them.
You see, if you're holding the lantern, right?
Yeah, I am. Y'all also do need another light source at this point in time if you want to be able to.
Yeah,
see.
down there,
Well,
you're gonna need another.
That's
light.
right. I will light a torch.
Yeah, because I will be going to the other side of a wall. It sounds like.
All right. Just so you know, it is now 8:10 in the morning. So when looking down there, Thrag, you see a it almost looked like a sacristy. Sized like an expanded mausoleum. There's a narrow walkway at the center that separates 2 rows of altars. As you peek in, as you squeeze yourself through, you see that at the far end, you're so you're closer to the back of the room, right?
Okay.
So through through like on the far end of the room, which would be eastwards, you see it like underneath the ceiling, also about 40 feet or so, where its head is about 40 feet over the over the floor, while the bottom of it is connected to the wall. It appears to be like a tall, cracked bust of an angel that is overlooking this space from a roof gallery of sorts.
Okay.
There's something moving around in like the light, but you can't quite like almost like the trick of the light almost looks like the engravements of the altars are swirling or shifting or moving.
Okay. But I see? So I've climbed up. We know that there was no pink mass, no rendered mass outside the door.
Nothing inside.
Nothing inside
Nothing.
also too. Excellent.
What are the 2 others of you do? Which one of you are holding the torch?
I've got the
Yeah.
I feel like that way. If
Marfa, you cannot get in through the entrance with the current state of your body.
That makes sense. So this is, sorry, just to reiterate, this is in one of the little alcoves that's to the west of the big room with the statues.
Yes, right.
Okay, cool.
This is the from what I understand, this is the other side of the alcove that has the crescent moon at the top of it that they were staying away from.
Got it. Okay.
This is you're inside of that space now, right?
And if this is a giant cathedral, this is a side church essentially.
Sacristy. Yeah. Sized like a large mausoleum.
Yeah, and you said there are multiple altars, and there are 6 altars in here, correct?
Yeah, 6 altars.
Yeah, if there's something moving around, that happens. Things move around in here. I'm going to.
Everything that's moving here is on the altar surfaces, like on the
Cool.
on the vertical surfaces.
But I can't quite make out what it is, correct?
Not from where you are. No.
That's fine. I am going to fix, like, it. I climbed up a rough, like, collapsed in surface.
Yeah, you're
like,
halfway in now.
Yeah, and I'm hanging
Santa
out.
Claus coming through a chimney.
Yeah. I am going to pull myself through to the other side. My intent is to. Oh, it's never mind, because it's the size you're talking about means I won't be able to cover the entire space if I just angle light. So,
Oh yeah, you can.
I can fill the space with. Okay, as I come through, my goal.
You're
is
just
to,
at an awkward angle.
That's fine. As I come through, my goal is to hang or position the lantern so that it is providing light to the space, but I do not need it in my hands.
Okay.
And then I will climb
You
down.
just put it at one of the furthest back altars, and you'll be fine.
Cool.
All right. But once again, Marfa and Philius, what are you doing? What frag is doing this?
Well, I can't get in through the crack, so I guess I'm probably just keeping watch.
Yeah.
You said in one of the adjoining rooms there's that broken bridge, correct? And that's also
it's
where
on the eastern end of the plateau, right next to the kind of like ascending and now connected, almost like slide of intertwining tentacle roots leading down into the darkness.
Okay. I guess I'm doing the mental math of if there is enough slime there that I think I can control to
more than plenty.
To fix, temporarily fix the bridge, I guess, if we need to get across it. See if there's something over there, because obviously that's also a place that the slime is not at the moment, or it sounds like it anyway, because it's like come out of that area and is going over here.
It's covering like more or less the entire plateau, including the statues.
Okay.
The only place that's visibly not covered is where Frag just climbed in. All right, I'll move on to the next turn then. While you go and do you want to command it to like mend the bridge?
Not just yet. I think we'll see if we need to go over that way. But good to know that I can do that.
Yeah, as you walk over there, you see like there's about a 20-foot drop, or 20-foot gap in the bridge. However, when you see when you look to the opposite side holding your torch, oh yeah, Marfa, if you're standing there now without
that's true.
light source, what do you do?
I can light a torch.
Oh, you're lighting a torch as well. Everyone's lighting torches. Excellent. You have 5 hours left of your torch, by the way, of your lantern, by the way. Right. Yeah, you see a corridor walled on the other side for this.
Cool.
At the edge of it, and it smells like salt.
Smells like salt. Interesting.
Faintly.
Interesting. Okay. Yeah. No, I'll come back and check in with Marta about it. I guess if now both of us have torches, I can snuff mine to save it.
Okay, Frag. So you place down the lantern, and it becomes obvious to you what is moving. You see these like twisting faces and visages, like the stone is almost liquid on them, even though that can't be right. It it warps and changes between motifs, expressions, and silhouettes that are unknown, alien, and strange to you. On top of them, each of the altars hold an object.
And were these objects the things that were reflecting the light primarily?
Yeah, it was. The one closest to you, where you put the lantern, I'll describe that one, I guess. There is a silver feather, almost like a quill.
And you said the shifting stone, the things it's showing me are not, like, they are unrecognizable. Like, I do not know what they are.
It seems very abstract. It's like it shifts between forms. There is something there, but you do not understand these concepts.
I'm just gonna. Thrag is not practiced in any sort of religiosity, but he is practiced in looking for patterns in a number of things. I'm going to take a turn to just kind of compare the like two close altars to each other to see if there is any similarities or resonance, or if they are doing distinct and separate things.
No. It is. It seems almost like too random and abstract, or like out of your ability to conceptualize. Sure, there are similar shapes, but they don't stay still for long enough for you to kind of like.
Are there similar shapes in the way that all art is different, but certain artistic periods have similar movements?
No,
okay. Perfect.
For sure it is.
Yeah.
Is it the same? There is a system here. There is a language here. There is a style here, or something.
Right.
But
they're similar but incomprehensible.
Either ancient or not human.
Well, that's what I did for the turn, so we can go back outside. I also, from a character as well as player standpoint, I think y'all know Thragon well enough to be like, if y'all want to go do something else and fuck around, like, he's not going to come out and be like, those guys didn't wait for me. And as a player, I am totally endorse you going to do some other shit if you want to, but feel free to hang out.
I also feel like this is a good spot for our
break.
For our first break.
Yeah. Awesome. Cool. If people have not yet, and you are watching this now or later, head over to ttrpg.link /Duginthroat. The link is down in the description. The campaign is ongoing, is going well. It's within its first 48 hours. And check it out. While you're out and about checking things out, you can also check out the Cryptid Show and Black Flies over on BackerKit. If you want to, just Google them there, because you can find them. There may be links down below. Who knows? But it's a great time to go check that out. We're going to take a 5-minute break and then come back to explore more of Duginthroat Divided. We are back, stretched, well fed, rehydrated, and ready to die deep underneath. Duginthroat Keep.
Yeah, when we left off, Raggedy Thrag had just crawled through into a mausoleum-sized little sacristy of this underground abbey, which might be a holy place to some, buried deep underneath the keep. While Thrillius and Marfa explored the rest of the plateau and found a salty exit on the other side of a broken bridge. Thrag, you're in the hall here. There's all these relics spread around.
I saw the feather on the first one, and I had looked at two. This is the turn in which I will walk around and look at each of them, each of the items on the altar.
All right, I'll give you a quick rough rundown there. So what you see is one altar holds what looks to be like a bracelet of sorts, decorated with pretty blue moons. Another one is probably the ugliest idol you have ever seen. Small and golden. There is a miniature gong on one of them as well. And as a matter of fact, I completely swallowed my own tongue earlier. There are only
There are only 5?
There are only 5, yeah. So no, 3. What? Wait a minute here. Oh, no. There we go. 4. Yeah, 4.
There are 4 in here.
Just 4 altars, yeah.
So we've got a gong, a bracelet, a feather, and
a very ugly idol.
And a very ugly idol. Let's focus on the idol. What does it look like besides it's gold and ugly? Like, is it
the face is like oversized and almost like a cracking rock or something. Even though the body is comically underdimensioned and naked, the head is like its eyes are like craters, and its smile is wicked. It looks like a very deformed and abstracted person made by a terrible sculpture.
Did these have any, like, so we had the moon outside? Do these match any of the symbols?
Yeah, that moon symbol goes again in a lot of them.
The moon symbol does, or the
moon symbol.
But do any of the
moon.
Knowing about Mildew the Mild and his good friends, do any of these things connect to any stories about them? No.
Oh yeah, the statue.
The statue, the ugly
the
statue.
The bust up
the
in
angel statue. Okay, but all these other items seem to not be connected to their popular mythos.
Yeah, the altars look cursed at best.
Does it seem so? The angel is watching over this space. Does it have like a more like, I've got my wings spread as if I am blocking, like keeping these things in? Is there like, does the angel have a vibe, is what I'm asking? Can you tell me about the angel vibes?
Can you roll for art history, please?
It's like most of its head is missing, but it seems to be mourning. Like its wings are spread out, and it's got like folded hands, and it's like you can't really see like the bottom part of it, as it's kind of like it's a bust. It's coming out from like.
But the general tone is it is sad in this.
Yeah, this is a place of sadness.
Wildly. Give me the player a minute and go focus on everybody.
Yep, that was your turn. So Martha.
So we're still in the room with the 6 statues
outside, so to say.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And so what does this room look like generally?
So it's like a doodle it up real quick for you here. So it's like a rectangular space, statue. So here we go. Statue, entrance, bridge, tendrils. Yeah, kind of like, I don't know if my camera can pick up on this, but like,
Oh,
like
perfect.
this?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's about how I had it.
This
And
is
so
where Thrag is at the moment.
Yeah. And then the exit. I want to look at what's up with that bridge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's really, it's just look past it. It's like, it appears to be old, ruined recently. Must have been by the splitting of the keep.
Like wooden,
crag.
rope, stone,
Stone, yeah.
stone. And then does it go over like a crevice?
It goes across what's apparently, like, you can see that like the rocks leading down into the darkness are like very slightly like sloping, but your light does not reach the bottom.
How far?
And
does the
there's
bridge
young scars in the stone on top there that makes it
Okay.
seem like it's the crack have recently been made wider.
Okay.
And
then
it goes
on the other side, what does it look like?
20
there
feet.
is?
On the
20
other side,
feet.
you barely see like a meeting that the two cavern walls are penetrated by a small hallway of flagstone, and you can smell a hint of salt in the air coming from that area.
Right. Okay. Cool. I'd like to take a closer look at the statues.
The other statues look almost like dull and featureless, almost like they're sculpted to look a bit dumb or simple, perhaps. The one of Mildew, the mild, is carved with an intricate detail and realism, almost like a slice of life. He is folding his arms while singing, while the others are bowing to him, crouching their backs slightly. They have nameplates as well.
Yeah. What do they say?
They say Husk, Fist, Gwyn, Agnes.
Okay. So there's 4 of them, and then there's another statue of
Mildew, yeah, who's standing
Mildew.
like in front.
Oh, so he didn't have 5 best friends. I fucked things up. He has 4 best friends.
Got it. Okay.
Has 4 best friends, yeah.
Gotcha. I just misremembered from Sunday school, not called that because they have Sun Day in this world, but because it was the day that we worshipped the sun
The sun.
god.
Yeah, the sun.
Yeah.
Exactly. Kind of light bearers or bringers or
Yeah.
whatever.
Okay, so the numbers do match up.
This is just some like, well, some of this is like stuff I slapped on for the actual play. I do not detail
Nor should you, because it makes it easier to slot into people's world. Sun and imagery is great. I love it.
So
Okay.
it's released.
Yeah, you know what? Let me just confirm with you that control slime spell, the control the rendered mass spell, that there's a temporary duration to that, correct?
Yeah, that's right. You can allow it to perform a task,
Oh, perform a task.
a simple task. Yeah.
I guess my question is, if I commanded it to fix the bridge or to become part of the bridge, like wondering if it would just stay there, or if it was like, okay, it'll be there for 6 turns and then it'll slurp.
Only one
Come
way
on.
to find out.
You have never tried it.
That's true. That's true.
I
That's
allowed you
why-
to learn the spell very quickly for display purposes. I will not like give you more information than that unless you experiment.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I mean, I'll tell Martha, just be like, hey, I think I can get us across this bridge. I don't know if I can get us back across this bridge because I don't know how long it will stay fixed. But
Oh, okay. Sure. I mean, maybe we're not coming back across this way.
that's true. I would hate to abandon Thrag, but also
This is true.
we could see what's over there. And I mean, he could probably make it. I've got a grappling hook. Like we could,
Yeah,
we'll figure it out.
There's a rope tied up upstairs no matter what. Like I can get it back across.
Yeah.
We're fine.
Yeah. Fuck it. You wanna see what's across this bridge?
Yeah,
Let's
it's not
see
like
what's
I'm
across the
rolling.
bridge.
It's not like I'm rolling wandering monsters every second turn or something. I mean, that would be
No.
ludicrous.
Never.
It'd be insane. Yeah, you know what? It's slime time. Let's I'm gonna go ahead and cast the spell. I'm gonna go ahead and cast command rendering mass. I would like to take some of that ooze. I would like to ask it to become part of the bridge so that we can get across.
As you say the words, your hands go warm, and I'll say that Marfa, you witness as some of the bubbling mass freezes, becomes almost like awaiting, like an obedient dog. Before it starts like forming, moving. It really is. You're not sure what you're reading, what you're doing, but it reads your intention perfectly with little hesitation, but some time needed to comprehend as it moves forward and quickly starts like forming a thin layer between. It's almost like sniffing its way across as it's like comprehending, forming, and replicating the gap in the bridge that was already there. It's a thin layer lays between, and in one more turn, it will be possible to walk carefully across.
Very good.
But it's almost translucent at the moment.
Well, hopefully nothing bad happens to us in this next turn. That might
right.
cause us to run across that bridge early.
Back to Raggedy Thrag.
So the number of altars is right. 4. We've got Sad Angel. We've got 4 symbols that do not match the popular mythos of any of the folks and alien things. Is there anything else in here besides these side altars and the statue?
Just ruins.
There is no I'm not seeing like 4 skeletal figures somewhere in this.
Holding a diary that and a
clearly
child
explains
that
what to do in
tells you a
this
lot
room.
about. Yeah, exactly. No, sorry.
Okay, that's fine. I just want to make sure that I was asking the good "that's it" question.
You're not supposed to be in this room, you grave robbers. All right.
Yeah. I mean, here's the deal. There's only one thing to do when you're presented with this situation, and that is there is a gong. Is there a mallet to go with that gong?
Yeah, it's hanging from the side.
Thrag is going to go up, and gently. None of the sun imagery is in here. This is all crescent moon imagery. This is all like it is out of my Sunday school knowledge. So, he like gives an awkward like bow and then picks up the mallet and gently bangs the gong.
Okay. You gong it, and you hit the mallet against it, and you hear like a quiet but droning hum. The ones outside can not hear it. It's almost like, but you feel the wind getting colder, and you feel a queasy vibration in your bowels. And give me a. Just so I have both windows open at once.
It's
so
the
I do this
brown
right.
note. I've discovered the brown note.
Let me just move that window out like this. Perfect. And where the hell is the stream? Yeah. So, Tony.
Yeah.
You
Oh, what do I do? That's it.
Oh, okay. Stop. You basically feel as soon as you just opened your mouth, you feel something rushing into it.
I love
It
that.
slithers down your throat, and you're struck in a moment of fear. You're not sure how you know this, but that infernal sound is trapped in you now, and it's trapped inside of you now. It will harm anyone who are close to you, beloved or enemy, including yourself. But it must escape once a day.
I love that. That's great. All right,
That's
I've got infernal noise inside me. Cool.
That was when you opened your mouth, Tony.
Oh, when I open my mouth?
When you opened your mouth just now, that's when it snuck in.
Oh yeah.
You're filled with a dread revelation as you realize this, and
as a
it will
player,
never
as a
escape.
player, I love that.
Yeah.
Can't wait to talk to Thrag again. I'm sure he's got a lot to say.
Oh yeah, like Brad can talk, but once a day.
Once a
God,
day,
it's not
that
good.
noise has to come out and harm whoever. Yeah, that's great.
Otherwise, it will burst out at midnight.
Yeah,
That's
at
what-
midnight. Cool. Cool. Excellent. That's exactly what I was hoping would happen. That's why I did it. Do you?
Yeah, the others of you. What are you're watching the mask?
We're checking out the
form
bridge,
there.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah, the bridge is slowly forming, getting more and more solid. It's walkable right now.
Yeah. If
All
I mean, if it looks safe enough to walk across, let's do it.
I mean, it doesn't
Yeah.
look safe, but it looks passable.
Sure.
It's doing the best it can.
Yeah. I mean, let's do this one at a time, just in case.
All right. So spend a turn walking across.
Yeah.
Okay. Who goes first?
I'll go first.
Marfa, you step across and feel like, well, it feels like walking on jelly. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
There's no railings. It's barely 8 feet wide. As you look down, you see somewhere down below. You see far, far, far down below you. You see a reflecting like shimmer and a liquid surface, like too far for a safe jump, so to say, down into the darkness somewhere. But that's kind of all you make out. But you do make it across.
Cool. What's on the other side?
On the other side, you see a narrow L-shaped hallway leading to an arched doorway. You can see dunes of caked salt covering the frame and some of the flooring inside. The hallway is about 10 feet wide. That one leading to the doorway.
We'll head down it.
Okay. You got to wait one more turn for if you want to do this carefully. I mean, like, unless really it's just want to run across and try a dexterity check.
Absolutely not. That's that. Look, I'll do some wild things on the stream, but that's just reckless.
All right.
I will take the turn to get across.
Good. As he's on his way across, Thrag, what do you do? I can't hear you at all.
Sorry, I turned it off because the dryer buzzer was going on. I am going to go over to where the bracelet is. And I'm going to take off one of my gloves and put it on the altar. Why are you shaking your head? You can't do that.
I'm just loving it. I'm just like,
and I'm going to put the bracelet
blessed
on.
Yeah, great. That's amazing. You put it on and notice that the moons start pulsating, a blue, gentle light as it comes closer to your wrist. And roll me d6, please.
That can't be right. That's not a D6. 4.
4. You feel as it attaches, you feel the second presence inside your mind of today, or inside of your soul, so to say. A giant kraken moon with glowing eyes and a growing smile, almost like a infernal version of the man in the moon, grins impatiently. He wants you to stop them, Drag. Stop them from disrupting his entrance to this world. It's very important, and he will hurt you badly if you don't comply.
Excellent.
That is your orders for now.
Okay.
Yeah, the rest of it, but both of you are across now, and I just hit a 1 on the encounter die, so we're going to see what happens.
Great.
A friendly door opens for us so that we don't have to worry about. No.
Great, huh? All my random encounters are like that. Yeah, so we have the 6 here. That we're rolling. Damn. Okay, cool. You're looking in through what seems to be some kind of like a half the wall on your left side. The one that is caked in salt appears to be like your average dungeon door, a dungeon wall of flagstone and mortar. At the center, there is a double gate of wood and steel. However, the right side, the right wall, is alcoved all the way through, and you can look down upon a cavern floor leading to a young cliff at the far away, probably like 200 feet. You can, like, even though you can't make out anything else, you see slithering pink mist coming in for the only source of light. Well, almost the only source of light, as at the opposite of the gate I just mentioned, in the middle of the hallway ahead of you, there is a staircase leading down, and through the alcoves you can see green light emitting from one of 2 facing doors on opposite sides of this cavern platform on a floor below you. There's also something further across the hallway, but you don't see the end from where you're currently standing. Make sense?
Yeah.
Not quite. Sorry. So we've gone
Okay.
around an L-shaped hallway, and then there's an arch, and then beyond the arch there's something further.
I'll go right here. Hold on.
Okay.
We're off the map.
You are not off the map.
We're in brand
Not
new
by far.
spaces.
Yeah. Let's see here. So you can imagine you came in here.
Oh,
Cave
perfect.
door down
Okay.
here. This is a catwalk. This is a door. You don't know what's over here.
Got it. All
There's
right.
2 little chambers down here. And oh yeah, as you're looking, you would probably notice this as well. Through the center of the cave, leading into like a rusted contraption or a box or a coffin of brass of some kind, is a giant metallic pipe leading out towards the mist, 5 feet wide. It reaches out from the cave into thin air, into the source of light. It is enormous. Well, in length, not in height.
Hmm. So it's like a catwalk above some sort of facility, possibly?
Yeah, or something like that. A strange workspace at least.
Is there any like obvious way down there, or just
Yeah,
kind of
there's a
continue going?
staircase at the center of the
Okay,
floor,
got it.
across the catwalk from the door on the left side. It's like
Oh,
right
the
in the
door's
middle
on the
there.
left side. Okay.
Right here.
I
That's the
see. I
door.
see.
That's the stair.
Let's check the door first.
All right.
I
You
was
both go over, and the smell of salt becomes ever more present as you're like, well, it's caked from apparently the western wall now as you're moving up, and you as you're coming across, which one of you are leading?
I'll leave.
Okay. You stop Marfa as your torchlight reveals more and more of the catwalk ahead. It reflects on the shiny, wet tissue covering a tube, connected to several tubes, connecting a cone-shaped tall body on the far end of the catwalk. You see several slithering eyes connected to tendrils above the top of it, and it has a giant claw for an arm on the left side, while the other one looks like some kind of drill. It
Great.
stares at you with 8 cautious eyes. It is somewhat humanoid, barely, but you do not see a mouth.
Marta's gonna have weapons at the ready, just staring this thing down until it comes closer.
It stands completely still. Its legs, its feet are almost like dozens of little worms coming out from underneath the upside down top of the ice cream cone, which is its lower body. It backs off a little bit as you touch towards your sword.
Any idea what this is?
Oh, actually, yeah, I do know what this is. This is a sign that we need to leave.
All right.
As you say that, it backs off into the darkness.
Oh.
Well, I mean, that's fine. I guess it's not attacking us.
We could check the door.
We could check the
No.
door. I am going to just really quickly just scrape a little bit, like, because you said the salt is like caked on the walls. I'm just
Everywhere.
going to grab some and throw it in my pack, like in a little pouch or something. It's always good.
It
to
almost
have.
looks like there must have been some kind of a salt explosion in some room adjacent to this one, and it has just like amounts of it. Drag, as you're coming to yourself after seeing the lunar-faced thing that is threatening to hurt you, threatening to hurt you if you don't obey, you come to your senses from the sound of cracking stone. It comes from above you. What do?
I quickly move towards the altar with the feather sitting on it to get out of the way.
All right, that's where your lantern is.
Yeah.
All right. Roll me a dex check as you start seeing a growing shadow underneath your feet.
That's a 5. So yeah.
It's a 5. You leap away as the angel bust crushes down between the altars.
Sweet. As I will look up to where the bust was, do I see anything up there?
Nothing.
always a good sign that I'm doing the right thing when stone angels try to crush me with their heads. I will pick up the silver feather off the altar along with my lantern. I'm sure something is going to happen as I do both of those things. So I will let you tell me.
Nothing happens when you pick up the feather.
Nothing
but
happens when I pick up the feather.
It looks rather expensive.
Great.
You see a couple of. You do, however, see that on the stem of it, because it is not a real feather, but a silver replication. There are a couple of wings depicted on the stem of it.
Oh, interesting. Are they just out of? Are they engraved on it, or are they part of the metal structure?
It's engraved. It's like a tiny little, almost like a signature. It's very simple.
And do they look? Are they? Everything else has half moon motif or weird alien structures. Are they similar to the angel that was watching, or are they different?
Well, you can't really tell. It's too simple.
But yeah, that's fine. Okay, cool. Nothing.
It's like stick figure wings almost.
Okay.
Almost runic.
Excellent. I'm gonna grab that in the lantern and start going back up.
Yeah, great. You leave the.
I leave the ugly. No one wants an ugly eye. It's an ugly idol.
But that's the thing that could have beaten the dungeon.
That's the good one, right?
I mean, it's made of gold. I mean,
it is made of gold. I mean, Thrag doesn't really think of himself as stealing these things right now so much as he left one of his gloves behind. That's a clear indication he's planning to come back. Don't worry about it. Also, my new brain boss who lives in the moon, like, only wants what's good for me, so it's fine.
If you know what's good for you.
That's right. Yeah, I do. It's to do what my brain boss tells me to do and prevent them from stopping his reawakening.
Because he spent a turn getting out and another turn getting to the others carefully.
So hold on. As I do have a thing I want to do before I get too far away. The bracelet I have, is it still glowing a little bit, or is it stopped?
It is still glowing.
I want to see how the slime interacts with this bracelet, if at all.
It moves away from it.
Okay. Is there a
almost submissively?
Is there a rough distance around me that it interacts with, or is it only when I get the bracelet close?
Only when you get the bracelet close.
Okay. So it is a measurement of inches to feet, not a measurement of feet to meters. Okay, cool.
Yes,
Perfect. That's
correct.
All wonderful. The feather, same question.
No, nothing.
No reaction to the feather. Cool. All good things to know. Cool. After I checking that, I will go to go close to everyone. Well, actually, hold on. How big is the keystone at the top of the arch?
Maybe about a foot wide.
Do what?
A foot wide. Like it's like a large brick.
Yeah, I want to take a turn to try to jimmy it out of.
Okay, you can roll me a what would that be? Do you have a thief skill that applies to that?
I mean, I have pick lock, which removing masonry feels adjacent to, but not the same thing as. So, like, I'm happy to say I do not have a clear thieves skill that applies to removing a piece of.
You could not do this without forming something to collapse, effectively not allowing you to enter back into the sacristy.
That's fine. Like at this point, Thrag has explored this space and figures if we need to get back in there, it'll be worth digging it out, right? Like that's kind of his thought, is like this is him preventing other people from going in here. Also, maybe this keystone does something cool. Who knows? We're gonna find out. But I do understand. I, as a player, do understand that it's going to collapse this space down. So if my new brain boss is implying that I should not do that, then I won't do that. But if he doesn't care, then I'm going to do it.
He's given you his daily order,
which is stop them from preventing him from coming back. So unless it's like, I don't get any sense that this is impeding his will, correct?
No, but you feel like this is his place.
I feel like this is his place.
This chamber is his. He has created it for you.
For me, I don't want anybody else good. All right, we'll leave the keystone in place. I'll come back to this later once I've chiseled a new keystone from a local stonemason. In the adventures of crew that will never take place. I'll catch up with everybody else now that I've hogged the spotlight enough.
And now we're Dungeons and Bargaining. Yeah, no, the rest of you are you sense emotion, Trillius, as a door slides open, but it's not coming from ahead of you. You feel dozens of vibrating, in lack of a better word, members or organs slithering independently, yet harmonically from the north and further down the hallway.
I will reach out and grab Martin and just say, hang on, I think there's something up ahead. I don't know why I know that. Like going to like rub my face, but like somehow missing the whiskers. Like I don't know how I know that, but I think there's something ahead.
Yeah, I guess it looks like a very worrisome rabbit, and his nosal and in your nose motions, Marfa, as you look at him. As the door slides open, and inside you see another salt-caked hallway. This one a lot darker and covered by like traditional large flagstones at the bottom, smaller flagstones at the top. On each side, you see 3 doors. The left hallway, no, 2 doors on the left side, 3 on the right side. The left one also has a like some very old and tall framed portraits hanging on it. The corridor appears to be about how much would that be? Like 40 feet wide. Yeah, that's right. 40 feet wide. 40 feet long. Yeah, 5 feet wide. So what do you do?
We're still on the catwalk.
Yeah, you're looking in from the catwalk now.
Okay, got it. Oh, this is through the door. Got it.
So the staircase is right behind you, and there is some kind of a doorway further north. You're now looking in westwards.
Oh, I see. I had things all turned around.
You're good.
Got it. Let's explore this doorway next to us then.
I think that's good.
You see that like the only doorway, or hold on, just double check that. I think. Yeah, there is.
Oh, sorry. So the staircase is next to us. I understand.
No, the staircase is behind you. I was just double checking here.
Okay.
It's like my doodle maps again. There will be player-facing maps coming with Duginthroat Divided for all dungeon levels and overland areas. So let's see, there we go. Oh, we'll do better here, there, and like that.
Oh goodness. Okay.
The wall on your left has paintings on it as well. So you want to check the door to your left, the first one.
Yeah.
Okay. It's wooden. You see it's been splintered open, it appears. On the floor, you can see various barrels and crates that have been. Oh no, sorry, damn! I was looking at the wrong room. I'm so sorry. Good thing I didn't read further.
You would have learned all the secrets.
Yeah, it's a stone door. It's locked.
And then the next one.
You walk past a portrait on the way to the next one, and 3 other ones. 4 portraits in total.
What do they show?
As you're walking past them, you see the first one on your edge is Mildew the Mild holding a lamb and petting it while looking very modestly towards you. As you continue, you see a rather beautiful but sinister young woman with a lot of like white ceramic foundation and blood red rosy cheeks. She has a cold stare and noble clothing. The third one is a rather antique looking gentleman with a like groomed back hair, a majestic, almost like Hungarian medieval mustache that like really like something that he's. Tony's a beard guy. He knows all about what I'm talking. Tony, why don't you like describe this mustache in the detail as only one of your field could do?
Let's talk about the curl angle and whether it's got more of a matte or gloss finish to it. It's
glossy.
It's glossy. It's got the perfect amount of curl, which we identify as not pointing directly upward, but coming slightly back over to point into itself. No soup, nothing strained in there. It's got that perfect part right down the middle that some people try to replicate, but it really is just a matter of.
There is a complementing flip beard, but it is merely a seasoning to this majestic and noble mustache that is overhanging it in its glory. He also has what should I say? Eyes filled with caricature and purpose. No, with character and purpose, not caricature. You see, like alongside there is another painting on the opposites, on the adjacent side of the door that this one leads to. And you can also see as you move further into the hallway, at the edge of it is a small barred window.
At the north end of the hallway?
The west end of the hallway.
Oh, this is the east-west hallway. Okay, yeah, got it.
From the angle you're at, this is why originally we called it the eastern and western keep. This is the reason why we went for inner and outer.
Okay.
Well, I mean, I'd certainly like to see what that other painting is that we glossed by.
Yeah, as you walk past the next door frame, or the next door, see it's wooden with steel enforcements. And opposite it, you see a crude, almost like finger painting of a bearded stick figure clad in what could be feathers or fur, almost similar to what the Barony of Bastards has. But on his head is like a crown, like a child would draw it. You're not sure what's used to like make this painting, but it's not paint, that's for sure. It's various shades of earthly tones.
Great. I'm sure it smells wonderful as well.
It's not poop. You say.
Oh.
Also, once poop dries, it doesn't really have much of it.
No, I was about to say no, but like I leave it to your imagination, whatever it is. But it is not paint, and it is improvised.
Does it look like this portrait is a replacement, as in like had somebody like cut whatever the portrait was out of the frame and replaced it with this, or is this intentional?
this is intentional, but it's amateurly done. You see that the framing on this one, unlike the other ones, is made from bones and twigs, almost to replicate the others.
Interesting. Excuse me.
So there's six exits of this room in total. Six doorways.
That you
Got it.
can
And
see.
then there's what's in the. I'm gonna look in the bars at the very end. What's over there?
You see a staircase leading up, and a grinning, taunting, grotesque sitting on a pillar with an open mouth full of sharp teeth and ruby eyes.
But that's behind the portcullis.
Yeah, the portcullis is window sized, like small.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
That's definitely only a statue and will not come alive and kill us.
For sure.
No, it's fine.
I'll point out also that its jaw is human head sized.
Convenient.
Yeah, convenient.
If anyone catches the reference there, don't worry.
Now,
if anyone who watches this catches the reference, put it in the comments, please.
So there's a bunch of doors. Most of them seem pretty heavy duty. Most of them have appeared locked, correct?
The stone one was locked.
Stone one is
You
locked.
haven't tried the other ones.
We haven't tried. Well, if we're at the end of the hallway, then I will try the closest door to me and see where it goes.
Right. You open the door. Creaks open. You see two gargoyles in adjacent corners of the ceiling, shouldering or flanking a southern door. There is also a western one, besides the one you came in through. Out from the gargoyles' mouths comes chains that hang across the ceiling, and when you follow them, you see that they lead to two other gargoyles flanking the door you just came through. On the floor, covering most of the floor, the center of it, is a dirty, old, heavy carpet.
Do the chains go through the bars?
No, they go through the ceiling,
Oh,
across the
interesting.
ceiling.
Okay.
Like, this is the room that was next to you, so south from you, from the window.
Oh, right. Okay, so the door just south of the window.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
I will lift up the edge of the carpet from being outside.
Very heavy. You see how you can lift some of it, but not all of it.
Can I try to help?
Yeah, it can help. You get like some of it up, but it's like you'll have to move into the room or like try to roll it up to kind of get the whole picture here. It's hard. Like it's heavy and impractical.
Yeah.
It's not like a cartoon rug that you're just like it's heavy and meant from warmth apparently.
Yeah.
But if you roll it up and like spend a turn and get it out, you can probably do that. I mean,
yeah, I'd spend a turn just in case to make sure there's nothing hiding under it.
All right. By this time, Thrag, you have made it to the entrance of the tunnel. Do you wish to? What do you do? I assumed you wanted to cross the bridge. And
yeah, I'm gonna go across the bridge. I am cognizant of the fact that the thing I'm wearing and the slime do not get along, so I will.
There's no slime here.
I can't. It just looks like bridge now.
No, across the bridge.
Yeah,
there is no slime. And you notice that as you're walking across it, it's like it almost solidifies a little bit. The bridge underneath you
as I'm walking across it.
And submission.
Excellent. I walk across the bridge.
Totally fine.
Cool. Yeah, walk across the bridge, and I'm assuming catch up with everybody shortly.
Yeah, you walk across the half catwalk, see the cavern floor underneath with the 2 chambers and a giant pipe that leads out to the source of light where slithering pink mist is coming in. However, the mist like stops at a distance. You notice it does not invade the hall. It's not covering it. So you see the open gate. You see the door that's further ahead when you reach the gate. That's like the gate is halfway across, opposite of the staircase.
I'll go through the gate.
All right. Yeah, you see that they're just finishing up when you come like rolling up a giant rug and pulling it out. It reveals what appears to be a pit in the center of the room that is open. It's giant and or like it's like 20 feet, no, 10 feet times 10 feet wide. This is like 12 times 12 feet room, roughly. It's barely like 2.5 squares, so to say. Makes sense?
Sure. There's just barely enough room around the side that someone might be able to. Yeah.
There's a door opposite you and a door to the north. No, west.
Do we notice Thrag walking up?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. Look over. Hey, Thrag, where you been, man?
I was in the long story. Moon stuff.
He has like a streak of white hair, I'll say, covering part of his head now.
I love that.
Yeah. Did you do something different? Did you like have you tried a new hairstyle or something?
Got to keep it fresh. Yeah, I mean, I'll just say I don't think that room jives with the rest of this place. Well, I mean, maybe it jives with the rest of this place. The pink stuff doesn't like it though.
Weird. Good to know, I guess.
Yeah.
We were.
You're a scream.
Your scream
from like the room opposite of where you entered. You hear like something that it smells like a sudden like wind of almost like corroding flesh or something. You're not sure. It's traveling through the air from behind the door, and it sounds like a echo, like a choir of gurgling, screaming tongues, screaming in pain and torment.
Great.
That couldn't have had anything to do with that choir we faintly heard in the beginning of this.
That was from another direction. That can't be the same thing.
No. I mean, I'll look at my friends here. That sounds bad, right? Do we try and save these people, or do we not succumb to the same fate?
Sounded like there was at least 12 of them.
I feel like we have other priorities.
Been screaming.
I don't know
people.
what we
I
could do.
agree. I'm gonna backtrack. I'm gonna dip out. I'll be right back. I'm gonna dip out to find if I can figure out where exactly the screaming is coming from. I don't want to open the door. The screaming is coming
door
from.
right behind you.
Right behind it.
On the opposite side of the window that marks the end of the corridor.
And what is the door made out of?
Wood. There's 2 steel bars on the center of it, but more like framing than reinforcement. More like framing than locking or securing. I mean,
did we figure out where the chains went to? I missed that part.
They go in a cross shape in the top of the room, from gargoyle to gargoyle, from grotesque to grotesque.
But they do not leave.
Hanging in the
they
ceiling.
They do not leave the room. Do they enter into the gargoyle, or are they clearly?
They enter into the gargoyle's mouths. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Fun.
Like you could reach out and pull one if you wanted to.
We could do that. It does sound like a thing that could be done.
Oh, I forgot to mention the door to the west from you is barred. That's like a porculus door.
Yeah.
The one south of you is wooden, like directly from you now.
And I don't want to find out what's making these people scream. Do you? Y'all haven't messed with these chains at all yet, right?
No, we were just rolling up the rug.
Yeah. As you do, it's a good first step. And the gargoyles are in the corners of the room. Do
Each corner, like,
each corner of the room? Do the gargoyles seem to line up with any of the doorways or anything else?
no, that's in the corridor behind you.
Okay. No, I just meant
So
did they line up? Meaning, do the chains angle in such a way that would imply that that they are pointing at certain things? Like if this chain
They're
was to continue to run,
pointing
forward.
from gargoyle to gargoyle, hanging from one gargoyle's mouth to another
Yeah, but
gargoyle's mouth.
if I was to say, hey, cool, it's going this direction, it hits the gargoyle.
You would hit the
If
corner.
the chain
of,
continued, does it point at anything else?
no, not that you can
doesn't-
see. Even when you look through the barred window in the west side of the corridor, you do not see it in the ceiling above.
I will quietly and gently open the door behind us and look inside it and see what's.
All right, what are the rest of you doing?
I
Have
mean,
we explored all of the offshoot doors from this corridor?
No, you explored like one.
And there's like 6 of them. One of them's locked.
There's 5 of them that you've seen.
There's 5 of them. Oh, so we came in. Sorry, I'm just figuring out dimensions here. We came in at the center of the hallway, coming north-south, and the hallway's going east-west.
You came in from a catwalk to the hallway.
Yeah.
The hallway leads forward for about 80 feet. There's 2 doors on your left and portraits between them. There's
that was where
3 doors on your right.
And then the screaming is coming from behind us, where we came in.
Yeah, that's right. No, behind you. Like you walked in and to the left. Like you walked all the way into the hallway and to the left.
Okay. Got it.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, I think so. I just want to see what's in these other doorways.
yeah,
Okay.
I will.
Yeah.
You pick one, I'll pick one. We'll figure it out. We just can't do anything about that stone door, probably.
Yeah.
I'll just like draw it with black marker so maybe it's a bit clearer too. So like you came from down here?
Yeah, that makes
the
sense.
window. This is a painting. That's a painting. That's a painting. That's a painting. This is the door where into the room you're in, which is squared.
Yeah.
These doors you've not explored. This is the stone door.
Okay.
This is where the scream came from.
Oh,
Yep.
great. Okay.
Right behind you.
That's lovely.
And Thrag's opening it right now.
Okay, cool.
So the others of you explore which of the doors?
I'll take the other door that's on the same side that Thrag is.
Okay, then there's one more
Yeah,
door on that side you have not
Okay.
explored.
Yeah, let's check that one out together.
All right. So we'll go door number 1, door number 2, door number 3. Thrag, you open up the door as salt slides out in dunes towards your feet, like covering you up to your ankles, as you see like a humanoid. Either it's skinless or it's burnt to a crisp, lying face down in the salt, facing towards you. Like almost like tendrils of vapors are like leading up from it.
Okay.
There's you see that this is it almost like forms into a cave. Most of the door to your east is and most of the wall to your east is collapsed, and you can see as the door opens from the side next to you, Trillius opening it as you reveal what looks like an emergency storage of sorts. Crates and barrels have exploded into large splinters, covering the floor. Links of salted sausage and hams and pickled herring and shards of glass cover the flagstone by your feet. And Marfa, you come down to a. Have I made some mistake here? I can't have. I don't make mistakes.
We would never know regardless.
Yeah. If you tell us you did the right thing, we won't. And then later when people will say, hey, it's different in the book, you can just say, oh yeah, I did it differently.
Oh, those are the
stream to
two
throw
only
you
doors on
off.
your side, on the side you're on currently. That was the mistake
Gotcha.
that I did. I'm so sorry. Yes, that is that's about it in the room that you're in the hallway you're currently in. The stone door is the one that Marfa is currently looking at, and it is trapped. No, locked, I mean, not trapped.
Yeah, not
It is
trapped
not
at all.
trapped.
Go ahead and open. So, cool. So does it seem like the rooms are the two doors we opened? Is that a connected room?
Yeah, it have turned into a connected room after some kind of explosion happened here.
Gotcha. And whatever the explosion was,
recently,
burnt someone to a crisp and exploded salt and sausages out.
Well, the explosion had already happened, and it looks like you, Thrag, are looking into what appears to be a salt mine leading deeper.
Gotcha.
While Trillius next to you is looking into a emergency storage that took impact damage. Oh, I was wrong. There was two doors. I knew it. I'm never wrong. So Marfa, as you open the door, and it's you see mannequins clad in rusted and corroded armor on the opposite side, swords and shields covering the walls in front of you. Some of them are covered in withered crust of the pink mass you've seen previously. This appears to be an armory.
Does anything
all six doors are, or five doors are there. I just missed the thing in the document. Yeah. What were you saying?
Does anything look salvageable, or is it all like rusted? And
it looks pretty rusted. You're not like completely sure. But things that stick out to you here are you see a sword and a spear and a highly impractical, must be decorative, stone shield with a grinning gargoyle on it. Like the grinning gargoyle face. It's like a almost like those Warhammer shields, if you know what I mean. Those like old Warhammer shields with the faces on them.
I'm taking that.
Kind of like that. You're taking
Yeah.
Yeah. It's super heavy. And can you roll me a reaction 2d6 as you pick it up?
Yeah. 4.
4. It's too heavy to pick up.
No.
Right. You're gonna need to be 2 people to move at half speed and use both of your hands to carry it, like all 4 arms to carry it.
Do we want to like grab a couple of these heavy, expensive looking things and bring them up to the surface?
That was the only stone made thing, as far as you could see.
But I do think getting expensive things and moving them up to the surface is a good idea.
Yeah.
So I'm looking into a salt mine that has now been connected to a storage room.
You see a dim light further in there. Yeah, it seems like the impact must have happened when like the ripple happened and the crag was split apart. You're not sure, but that thing just died there. And the more you look at it, the more the stranger it looks, because your the first connection in your brain was like, oh, that's a burn victim right there.
Right.
But as you're looking on it, that's not quite it. It's rapidly dehydrating flesh due to
The salt, like drained.
salt.
Yeah.
But really, really quickly. And it's like all these like things that you maybe thought were blemishes are detaching from each other. This is a body made up of conjoined tongues.
The body made up of conjoined tongues has been rapidly dehydrated.
And it's not face down. It has no face.
Gotcha. Excellent. Does it have a skeleton underneath, or was just this thing pure tongue?
Pure tongue.
Pure tongue.
You hear different chanting from further into the room, and you can smell something that smells like incense from far into the cave.
Cool. I'm gonna close the door.
I've heard of casting the tongue spell, but this is ridiculous.
Yeah. The importantly, does the tongue have anything? Does the pure tongue have anything of value on it, or is it only
A dirty toga.
A dirty toga. Excellent.
It's wet. Barely.
It's wet.
Yeah, it's like dry, moist, I would say.
It's moist, but
Like
the meat was
super
rapidly
sweaty, or yeah, the meat is rapidly dehydrating.
So the meat is dry, but the toga is wet.
Yeah, it's like the tongues have started withering, and it seems like they've started detaching from each other from the salt.
So much fun. A lot of salt in there. But yeah, I mean, if
it's obviously where the salt in the rest of the cave or the rest of the area has come from.
I mean, here's the other question: how valuable is salt in this world? Like, I mean, salt's valuable everywhere, right? But like, is finding a giant salt mine like, oh yay, salt is something that people get paid in, or is finding a giant salt mine like, yeah,
where you're from,
salt exists.
Salt is valuable.
Okay. Cool.
You're not sure if prior to all the strange things that happened, this was like a well-kept secret, or
if people come down here for salt all the time.
Yeah, you're not sure.
Okay.
These are things you can ask about.
Yeah, that's great. And the other room was filled with sausage.
We're now
I opened the snack
way too much salt.
Yeah. We should grab some snacks. Like, one, for us, I'm hungry. I can't remember the last time I ate. Also, two, this stuff keeps, right? Like,
just super salty. That's
it's all salt cured at this point, even if it wasn't already. I'm assuming all the jars of pickled herring have smashed.
And it's pet stuff. You gotta like inspect it for shards of glass to make sure you don't need any.
Yeah, but I mean, Thrag, do you wanna help me load up on snacks, or is there something down in that salt mine?
There's something down in that salt mine. But if the impact had combined those two rooms, you probably should have been able to hear the chanting also too.
Yeah.
And
Marco, by the way, the sword and the spear is totally able to pick. You can totally pick that up.
Are they just a regular sword and spear?
They're corroded slightly from the salt, but you see that like on a closer inspection, it almost looks like they're conjoined with the salt itself. Like it's a flaky crust that could potentially deal additional damage. There's also 2 complete sets of armor, of chain and plate, but both of them are heavily degrading, and unless treated properly, they will degrade.
And I can't wear extra armor over. Okay. Alas.
You're very cool. Yeah, it's like salt crystal-y.
Yeah, I'm a little concerned about the quality of this salt, given everything that I know. However, I will help pick through the rations that look like they are in any way, shape, or form.
You can roll up a whole, like, let's say 10 feet of 10 feet of wieners.
Excellent. Those are the organs you detected ahead in the hallway. Are there any barrels that are intact in this?
In the salt mine?
In
Or
in the sausage room?
No, they're all
The
smashed.
sausage repository.
Yeah.
They're all smashed.
Mm.
All right. Did they look like it was just the rupture that did cause this damage? Is that correct?
Hypothetically, you're not sure. That's the only recent great rupture you're aware of.
Oh, I mean, I guess my thought is it does not look like these things exploded outward, which would look very different than if they were smashed.
Seems like they were smashed by the wall or something.
Okay, cool. Yeah, that's all I'm looking for. We're not worried about botulism, fantasy botulism. That's the thing you always got to worry about.
In an earlier rendition, there was a sausage golem here. We killed him.
Yeah, I'm 100% down to go sell things on the surface because we should do that at this point in time. We also should figure out how to get out of here, which we have an option, which requires us to go back up to the church and then go across a rope. We don't have a Tensor's disc today, so that's less easy. There's also the other set of stairs, right?
Yeah, we could try those.
We could also. We have not seen anything that connects this space because we know there's another stairway up on the other side of the portcullis, but we don't know how to get there currently.
Right. But it does look like solidly one way or the other, we are on the other side of the divide. At least that's what it.
You are absolutely certain you have made it to the inner keep.
Okay. So the only way we actually know to get back over to the outer keep is to go back up.
Yeah.
And we would need
Jackal,
because we would need to cross over that distance.
Yeah. And we are not supposed to be over here until we solve their trader problem.
Right.
So, maybe we don't tell people where we got this stuff.
Yeah.
As the two of you are talking, you feel like you're being observed from further inside the salt cave.
I know that.
My whiskers.
That's why I closed your door also after that,
sure.
So that they can no longer absorb us. We know there's
on your way back, you see in pink puffy light from a doorway-sized entrance on the far end of the salt cave. You see a humanoid, kind of like anatomically incorrect silhouette of something that reaches its arm up.
And which
maybe
you say
60 feet away
as
towards you.
And it's as we're making our way back. Is this in like the big main room?
No, it's in the room you're about to leave, the cave, salt cave.
Oh. Close the door.
Like as you're closing it, you hear a voice that muffles as you both close them simultaneously as you hear, "Are you with the gods?" But it sounds like 12 different voices talking at once.
That sounds like a problem.
I can't imagine multiple voices being inside one body. That's insane. No one would ever have that.
And it has like a wet slapping sound to it. Almost like, no, I'm not gonna say
that sounds like mini boss situations. We gotta go sell these sausages. We got
real adventurous shit to do.
Yeah, no, we need to get gold for experience before we go around mucking about with tongue golems.
Yeah.
And yeah.
Agreed.
Yeah, I agree 100%. Also, y'all should load up. What all are we trying to take out of here? Are we trying to take that stone shield back up?
I think we should.
I think if we can find a way to roll that thing out of here, that
What's
seems.
the rug look like?
Rug look old, right? Like rug
Old.
kind of old and gross.
Old, moldy, and gross. Yeah.
Okay, let's not take the rug.
But not like
Barely
troll skin.
visible terracotta patterns.
Interesting.
embroidered into them, yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, no.
But not like
I mean,
troll
you
hide.
could technically try to roll it. I guess that would make it easier for you. Like
one person might be able to roll it versus,
Yeah,
but it'll
two
take longer probably than two
Yeah.
people carry.
Yeah.
exactly.
Um,
And we still got to figure a way to get it across the divide, which is a whole other problem.
yeah, but once we have stuff up, that's a different.
That's true.
And there's the other stairs, which we do not know where goes, and are closer to that side of the divide also too.
Wait, you must help us. Help us understand the breath of our gods.
Oh, no, that's bad. That
So-
Why did you create us? We must know.
I think I encourage y'all to go ahead just a little bit. Y'all go
Oh,
ahead. and get
it's one of
started.
these like
And once y'all are starting to make your way down, I will open the door and I will unleash the voice of fury within me
oh no.
at whatever
Oh my
this
God.
thing is as my one. I gotta do it today sometime, and I don't want them
It's
around while
true.
I do it.
Look, if you're gonna Fusroda, you might as well do it right now.
Gonna Fusra
I'm gonna
he's asking
say-
about old gods. This feels like I'm answering his question, but maybe not in the way he wants me to.
Okay, so this is like, well, I will assume that the cave is echoing this to a great deal. So I'm gonna say it does double the radius of what it normally does. Both of the two, you're not aware what he's gonna do. Like, what did the two others of you do when he,
Oh no,
when
I
he
sent them.
unleashes
I
it?
sent them to get started, so they were far away. Like that. I
How
specifically.
long do you wait?
Oh, like we're in an L shape, right? So like I get them to go.
And it's the catwalk out there. which
Yeah,
is
like down and around and then like I go to the other side of the door and close the door behind me. So like I am in the salt mine side of it, right inside that door with the door closed.
All right, the two of you have reached the bridge. As you hear echoing, dreadful, like some kind of like horrible shout or hum. It sounds just like the gong did, but it's quiet yet massive. And you hear the sounds of like a domino effect of splattering bodies. First one, then another one, and another one. And it just doesn't stop. You hear shattering glass and withering screams in pain from the darkness ahead. And then Raggedy Thrag. It goes silent.
Cool. That is about as great as I could have intended that to be. I will open the door back up and walk back out and follow my friends out.
You don't notice it, but your ears are currently bleeding.
That is very reasonable and sounds correct.
Yeah.
And you're all rolling this stone shield up with this link of sausages. You passed a giant brass pipe that leads into the only source of light, which strangely seems like it mixes it matches with where you would assume that the outer keep would be. You pass through the statues and the chanting continues. You hear muffled moving around and clumsy movements, bone clackering against bone from the adjacent staircase. You do not go up because you continue on to the chapel. You continue up for the staircase and make it to the chapel, returning eventually the next day to the keep and acting like nothing. There are so many questions that are left to answer, and an entire young civilization that has been laid to waste by Raggedy Thrag. But you will not know. For this is the end of today's session of Duginthroat Divided.
Yay!
Yay! I'm no longer the knife master. I'm the young civilization killer.
Yeah, if someone wonders what destroyed Pompeii, Raggedy Thrag did.
I love a little bit of genocide before the end of a stream, I guess. Oh man, someone's gonna clip that later. It's gonna come back to haunt me.
Yeah, that's gonna be a new catchphrase of +1 XP there.
Yeah. Yeah, I am curious about the amount of XP you do get for the horrible mass killing.
You gotta study some of the shit that you brought back before you know the XP amount, so I cannot legally give it to you. However, Raggedy Thrag, you get for all the bodies you destroyed. That was 10 times 25. How much is that? 250 XP.
Yeah. Yeah. The most powerful thing a level 1 character I've ever had has done in
certainly
in BX or OSC. Great. And I get to do that once a day. I can destroy a young civilization once a day. That's excellent.
Yeah, that's right. I forgot that you have to roll for it unless you cover your ears while doing it.
Yeah, I was not sure how the mechanics work. That's why I just said I did it. But yeah, I would have happily rolled for it.
Yeah, you got to like cover your ears or take 10d6 damage.
Excellent. All right.
Everyone within hearing range.
Well, let's do our reaction roll. Reaction roll is a live stream inside of a live stream. It's our chance to sit down with the creator of a game or adventure that we just played and talk about that adventure. Today we're talking about Duginthroat Divided, which is live right now over on Kickstarter at ttrpg.link/Duginthroat. That's Dug in Throat, spelled out. I made that more confusing. It's on the screen right now if you're looking at this. So like type that in after ttrpg.link and you'll go there. And we are sitting down with the creator Daniel, having just finished a 3-part actual play of that. Egg-chan, thanks for joining us to hear about a moldy rug and me doing a war crime. And if you have any questions, feel free, drop them in the chat, whether you're watching this now or later. We'll do our best to get you an answer. But let's talk let's introduce our players in just 1 second. But before we do that, Daniel, for people who are just joining us or who are watching this later, tell us a little bit about who you are, what you do, and tell us the elevator pitch for Duginthroat Divided.
Yeah. Hey, I'm Daniel Harila. I'm a full-time illustrator and sometimes adventure writer. This has been Duginthroat Divided, a dungeon on your doorstep for old school essentials and other traditional role-playing games. It's designed for characters level 1 to 4 and fills and with its 100 keyed hexes over 100 keyed locations over 16 very dense adventure sites within a single keep. It features enough play to facilitate 10 to 14 sessions, as well as several procedures and supplementary material by, among others, of Morkborg and of Mörkborg, as I'm freaking Scandinavian, famed Brian Yaksha, like a bunch of procedures, supplementary tools that can be pulled out or used as is with your home game or any other module. There's mutation rules. There's ticking doomsday clocks. There's a 3-level dungeon and much more. So just back it right now.
Yeah.
Do it.
Or else. Or else Raggedy Thrag will show up at your house, step inside the door. So excellent. Let's talk a little bit about our players and just what your thoughts were about the adventure as we've gone through it. If you have any questions for Daniel, also, this is a great time to throw them out. Let's start with Adam. Adam, why don't you tell people who you are, what you do, and what it was like to play Duginthroat Divided?
Sure. My name is Adam Seitz. I am most well known for co-writing a thing called One Night Strahd a couple years back. I also run a bunch of games at conventions. Hopefully, I will get a chance to run Duginthroat at a con at some point. That would be very cool. I had a blast. I will say, as someone who has not played any BX, any old school essentials before, I had to unlearn a couple of things that are ingrained in me. Mostly the why would I loot things? I'm not. No, we need story. We don't need to loot things, because it turns out levels are important, and maybe if we'd had some levels, maybe we could have, well, prevented Thrag from doing war crimes. Maybe we could have gone about it a different way.
Questionable at best, but yeah.
Questionable at best.
If I can just make a comment while I
Yeah.
remember it. I'll just say that because I had like one of my playtesters was also like, he's a heavy story gamer of some fame. For those who know, like the game It Be, it was a platinum winner on Drive Through RPG. He asked me the first time I ran the game for him that like, but what's up with the gold? Why would I be so interested in this gold? And I just told him, no matter who you are, remember, try to imagine the hope of not having to work a single day in your life.
It's true.
Go.
Yeah.
But no, I had an absolute blast. I do love that it seems like there is a mechanic where if you muck about for too long, the dungeon will come to you, and you will have a way to get in there one way or the other. I love that, like, we have ignored so many possible ways to have gotten into the dungeon prior to this. Starting from literally, like, we saw the crack in the mist ahead of us off in the swamp. We could have completely ignored the keep and just gone right, or the town, and just gone right into the dungeon if we really wanted to, which is wild to see. There's so many like options to get you there. I'm very excited for this. My question for you is, so like we've got a lot of body horror that's happening, that is inherent to the system. I know there is a vampire somewhere, or we've been told there's a vampire somewhere.
There's such good strong puns in this adventure. That's all I can say.
I love it. I'm wondering, like, is this a thing where you have just picked, like, I'm going to showcase a little bit of each kind of flavor of horror, or is it like, does it skew more one way than another that we just haven't seen yet?
I would say that it plays with a lot of different kinds of horror, but also there's a fair amount of like humor and wonder in there. If you look in the right places. There's like, for example, the people that Frag just like absolutely slaughtered today, they were not hostile.
Oh, great!
At all.
That's better to know. That's
that you could take part in a court case up here in the civilization, basically developing like a generation every day, and right now being in the stage of ancient Greece. Built in the ruins of an old city, consisting of exclusively humanoid conjoined tongues that only live to see a single day. Based on your interactions with them, their civilization will change from day to day. Does that answer your question? That is just one of the many things that are in
that. Yeah, no, that is perhaps the most horrifying thing so far. So I love it. I'm a big horror junkie, especially in games. So there's
also like personal horror. That's like a lot of the adventure sites are made to, because I thought the skeletons thing, that's like the skeleton trope with like you find a skeleton with a diary that tells you everything about the environment is like very, very boring. So like there's a lot of the tragic backstories of characters that might be alive in the keep right now are all centered in adventure sites. The rendering mass is an ongoing theme. That's a big component in the adventure, and a lot of the different strains of horror are like brought from that kind of. But it can also be ignored, and it can be used as a traditional dungeon. I will say this is not a horror adventure by nature. It's just slightly gross and spooky, but not tasteless in any way, I think.
No, we bring our own tastelessness.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I had a great time. I do not want to hog this spotlight. I will throw this to Ivy.
We're doing introductions here again.
Yeah.
I'm Ivy. Speaking of horror, I worked on the Book of Gob, the horror spell book I worked on with a few other people. It was great. I love the weird like H.P. Lovecraft, new weird science fantasy sort of stuff going on in this a lot. I was not expecting to see Yig sort of stuff going on. That's really fun. Question I had about the module. That's a good question. I think that a lot of my questions about it are answered. How much treasure is there in this?
Enough to get you from level 1 to 4 and tops 14 delves.
Cool. Okay, great. Excellent. Lots of
There
treasure.
will also be, if we hit 8,500 euros, which is the first stretch goal, there will also be, if there is somehow not enough treasure for you, there will be a classed D100 table of flavorful and sometimes magical treasure, based in different like categories by Brian Yaksha, who I've both consulted and who have laid the foundations for some of the supplements in the adventure already. Big shout out to Brian. We couldn't have done this without him. Yeah, that some of those items can also, like, I think the items that are there are ancient, magical, mundane, stolen, and corrupted, or something like that.
Speaking of which, actually, or speaking of which, I do have a question. Another question. The rug, was the rug worth anything?
No.
Okay.
We have another rug that we have hidden that is worth something.
That's true.
Yeah.
This one worthless.
That troll skin rug or whatever it was.
Right.
Well, that one's worth a lot.
Yeah,
I bet.
We secreted that outside. Something we could go get and bring in at some point in time and have leveled up significantly.
Something we could have cashed in and
Yeah.
perhaps had a level waiting for us.
We're not interested in that, obviously, the way we
No.
play. Yeah, if y'all have more questions, we'll pop back to them in a second. I loved it. I had a blast. I think Gonzo but Grounded is one of the hardest tones to hit in old school play. Like, I think people let things pop off. You've got so much going on in here, but it all feels really cohesive. Which, I mean, 3 sessions in, that may fall apart further out, but like so far it didn't. And then like even just seeing some of the quotes from your players, like on the page and other stuff like that, the ability to throw the type of levers you want to throw with kind of big swings is present. Like knowing that at level 1 I can have an angry voice of a dead saint or something else inhabit my being that I have to release once a day, but also that while that's a risk and a huge burden, it also potentially provides tons of power for overcoming obstacles you would not be able to deal with otherwise. Like I'm a sucker for what is the religiosity of your world, like, so that immediately, like, as we start getting into the chapel and then the underground abbey and the ancestry of this and the weird moons themes that seem like diversions from original saint, like who knows? Like I'm excited to find out eventually. But like
there's a lot of layers going on here.
That's a lot of fun stuff to play with. Yeah, and it does feel like the separate spheres of influence in the world are thought out, because you have that, and then you just have like old women who are fighting for their place on the sap and a farm that's subsidizing the survival of the keep that is just hanging on by the skin of its teeth, and no one seems super concerned about, even though it may be one of the primary sources of actual food that doesn't require you to go down into
because they're not criminals, they're not intimidating anyone. So
that's the thing. So
because of that.
Yeah, there's just so much at play here that is mundane and grounded, as well as over the top and powerful. And you've done, from my experience, you did a really good job of limiting how those things can and balancing them out with the consequences of engaging with them. Yeah, I think all that's great. When I slapped that bracelet on, like I was super interested in knowing what was happening. I've got a weird brain boss now. Even like that level of metafaction mixed with or influence mixed with that very day-to-day the people in the bar and the people on the farm and the people selling stuff all have their own wants and needs, is so good and so rich. I think that kind of is my question, right? Like, this is like a common one for me. Like, faction play, I think, is something that is always really interesting to people, but a lot of folks don't know how they want to approach it in their own designs or their own games. Like, they'll just drop factions in, but there's no real conceit for how those factions might interact with each other. When you're writing, but also when you're running, how do you think about faction interacting with each other around the?
So I've tried a lot of different systems. I'll just answer the faction thing right now. I would like to comment on the Gonzo, but
Yeah, for sure,
because that's something that's very important to me. But like with factions, you all you can really like put in as like through I tried a lot for trial and error is like a single thing that the faction wants to do that will happen if the players don't interfere. And then you're like, so the players are kind of like they're the stick in the cog, they're the stick in the machinery. They are not what makes it happen. Like they can their interaction can change the way two factions see each other or interfere with their plans or help them to get the players benefits. But like they are basically set machineries on the side that operates independently of the player characters unless interfered with. So if there's a faction that's important to the adventure and like the players do not interact with them, let them do their thing anyway and change the world. It's going to make it feel alive. That's basically it. If the players don't discover it, still happens. Like maybe they lose to like the possibility to do a quest. Well, there's going to be like a place that's slightly more miserable or better next time. That's cool. That's like all that stuff is cool, but don't overcomplicate them. Just think of them as functions. This is like the harvesters, and this is like the I guess like cosmic corruptors or whatever, and like they will do a certain thing, and if there requires a dice roll, then do that, and one of them will change the environments based on that. That goes that's a repeating theme in Duginthroat, I feel, or a repeating like thing that happens a lot. Even though there's 4 major factions here, I think we've counted that there's about 10 in total.
Okay.
Like with the minor ones.
And you've got a lot, like it looks like you have for that approach, you have things on that timetable that as days and other things move forward.
Oh yeah, there is.
Yeah, because I think I want to let you touch on the Gonzo to grounded thing, but a lot of I think the challenge with large dungeon structures and complex dungeon structures like Duginthroat is a lot of people. Sam and Melly and I were talking about this the other day specifically. Like mega dungeons or complex dungeons require the GM to like inculcate, like to have a lot of the knowledge in themselves, and so you have to give people clear tools to onboard them to that. We talked about how great you were for us as players, dripping lore as we went. But GMs need that also too. Having those things pulled out on the side where it's clear, like here are the things they're working towards, and unless something happens, that's super helpful in just reducing that cognitive load for GMs of having that timetable. And I think a lot of people undervalue a lot of those things. That's cool to hear. But yeah, talk a little bit about the Gonzo versus Grounded.
Yeah, no, the only thing was that I got a lot of when I did the Curious Creeps in Crimson Creek, which was my Knave 2nd edition adventure. It was the most reoccurring criticism I received was that it was too bonkers or too the important like big secret truth was too hidden, which I unfortunately have to say was a poor design choice because I thought it would be fun as a reader to discover it. Don't do that if you're a game designer. Just put it like up there with bold letters. Like no one cares about like discovering anything when they're trying to run a game. Just like put what they need to know as clear and possible. This is like, even though it's also fiction, that's the second priority. Be more of an instructional writer. But here in Duginthroat Divided, I wanted everything to make as much sense as possible and have a reason to it. And I remember with said tongue civilization, I showed it to Brian because we had like a conversation about tone, because I wanted it to be more fairy tale-esque, while his sensibilities are a lot grosser normally, like darker and just like more like morbid and metaphorical. While I like to have like talking animals who are like funny but somehow weird, and like just a bunch of like I guess like that's where the whimsy comes from. So I wrote that thing in like 20 minutes and showed it to him, and he said, I absolutely like hate this, burn it to the ground, but I cannot debate the reason for its existence.
Yep.
So I grossed out the king of gross, and no, he's not the king of gross, but I grossed out one of the best writers of body horror, and also made something that was extremely absurd yet rooted, and I'm very proud of that to this day.
It's also fun because once you said the thing about their voice, and then once you were like, it looks like they're made like, it was like, oh yeah, the whole tongue thing 100% makes sense for why this thing sounds like it has a dozen. It's so good. Anyway, there's so many great things in here. I am really excited for people to get this. I'll have a longer kind of review preview after I've get a chance to spend some time with the text, but I'm really excited to get that out. We've got a lot of great things coming up here on Plus One EXP. Please check them out. Let me see if I put them on a thing or not. I don't remember. Maybe I didn't. Maybe I did. I thought I had. Oh, here we go. Right now, if you want to, go check out the Black Cryptid crossover. These are two quick GM-less games we've got up over on BackerKit right now. One of them is the Cryptid Show, and the other one is Black Flies. Two amazing creators we're getting to support. You can find them over on BackerKit. We're going to be sitting down tonight with Jordan, the creator of Black Flies, this evening at 7 p.m. For our new Procedures and Play show. This is replacing our old Prestige class interviews, but we're going to sit down with Jordan and talk about the key mechanics of Black Flies and how they drive the game forward. So that'll be a new monthly feature here on Plus One EXP, is sitting down with a creator and breaking down one of the components of their games and talking about what it does in play. So come back tonight for that if you get a chance, or check it out later on YouTube. But if you don't do anything else in this stream, the thing you need to do is go to ttrpg.link/Duginthroat and check that out. We've got a lot of great things coming up here, but we really want people to go support the creators that we do these actual plays for. Our goal here on Plus One is to help you figure out if this is a game, adventure, or something else that you would really love to get on the table at your house, or just get to read through, because that is a totally valuable form of engagement with game texts also too. So just a reminder real quick for everybody watching. Adam, if people want to find you, where can they find you online?
Yes, you can either find me on Blue Sky at iknowadamseats.bsky.social, or I think also I still have my website, which is iknowadamseats.biz.
And a .biz. Ivy, where can folks find you if they want to find you, or if you want to be found?
I do not have much of a place to be currently found right now, but I'm sure you can find me if you look.
Call out into the night, and maybe Ivy will respond. Excellent. And then Daniel, if folks want to find you, in addition to this game, like obviously they should go back the campaign right now. But if they love your art, love your way of thinking, love your way of play, what's the best way for them to find out more about you?
So I'm on Blue Sky at danielharila.bluesky.com, or danielharila.bluesky. I don't know how it is, like handles work.
No one knows.
Yeah, and you can, if you are interested in just looking at my art or commissioning me for a piece, you can. I'm a full-time illustrator, and you can find me on danielharilacarlsen.myportfolio.com. My adventures can also be found on Drive-Thru RPG under Mud Knight, which is my bedroom publishing studio, which hopefully has a website soon, or on danielharila.itch.io. Black Antlers, my adventure for Merkborg, is still available from Exalted Funeral, both as a zine or a deluxe copy with a bunch of like nice maps, handouts, and a cassette soundtrack by Gelu Morsis, who will also be making a soundtrack for Duginthroat Divided.
Oh yeah.
Awesome. Well, we've never figured out how good ways to end these streams, and at this point, we're not interested in trying. So until next time, we're just going to wave at the camera until I take us off air. Thanks for playing, everybody.
Bye.